Hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our event EdTech Fest Day 2. Thank you for joining. Myself Jayashree Patil. I am the GG Nasik leader and along with me I have my co-leader Miss Seema. We are the host for today's session. In this EdTech Fest, all the trainers have come together on one platform to give you an enriching experience. But before we start with the session, I want you to remind with few things. First is please tell us your name and from where you are joining in the chat box. Our mentors will be available to guide you throughout. Also, feel free to ask your queries in the chat box. The feedback form will be shared after the session, which you need to fill, and you will be getting the certificate of attendance. Over to you, Seema ma'am. You're on mute, Seema ma'am.
Beginning with GG Ahmedabad, we have Dipti ma'am and Payal ma'am, where they'll be explaining to us about useful Chrome extensions, which are going to be used in our day-to-day classes. So the stage is yours, Dipti ma'am and Payal ma'am.
Hello, Namaskar everyone.
Hello everyone, welcome to GG India's EdFest Tech. Myself Payal Rachadia, I am a co-leader of GG
Hello everyone. I think Pal ma'am have some network issue. So I am Dipti Vyas and I am co-leader of GG Ahmedabad. Hello, Pal ma'am. Ma'am, you are mute.
Ma'am, you can present your screen. I think there is some
Okay.
network
Now
issue with
I'm
Payal.
yes, ma'am. I'm presenting my screen, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And is it visible? No.
Yes.
Jayashree ma'am. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yes,
Hello
yes.
all of you.
You can continue.
Please welcome. Okay. Hello, all of you. Please welcome to EdTech Weekend Fest, India GEG. I am Dipti Vyas. I am co-leader of GEG Ahmedabad. I am also GCT Edpuzzle coach, Applied Digital Skill Ambassador, and with me, my co-leader, Payal Rachadia ma'am. So today we are going to show you what is Google Chrome extension and from where you can find this useful Chrome extension. Now, first of all, what is Chrome extension? Okay, so Chrome extensions are, just a minute. Chrome extensions are software program built on web technologies such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that enable users that customize the Chrome browsing experience. So how can Google Chrome extension be very useful to teachers? Chrome extension can be make teachers' life easier. With a simple click, you can add new level of functionality and customization to your daily routine work. In addition, extensions are primarily free, easy to install, and easy to use. Chrome extensions increase productivity, save time, encourage creativity, and increase engagement among the students. So today we are going to show you these 10 Chrome extension. First is WordTune, second Google Dictionary, third Picture in Picture, fourth Text Blaze, fifth QR code generator, sixth linked to text fragment, seventh Nimbus, eighth Colorzilla, ninth select text and YouTube screenshot, and last one is extension screenshot.
Dipti teacher, I would like to add
Now I am
something. This Chrome extension are very useful when we are using the lots of tasks in a online, or we are using we can say we are using Gmail, we are using chatting options. These tools are very useful and these tools are very easy for our work.
So over to you,
Jayshree ma'am,
Payal
I
ma'am.
would, yes, Jayshree ma'am, I request
Okay,
you to
now
please share my screen.
I'm stop sharing. Okay.
Okay, my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, my
It's
screen is
visible now,
visible.
ma'am.
Fine, fine.
Yes, yes, it's
First is
visible.
a,
You can.
yes. So we start with our first tool, that is a word tune. Word tune is a AI powered writing component that understand what you are trying to say and suggests the way to make your writing more clear, compelling, and authentic. With what you writing is no longer for the tedious or lonely that sometimes we have to write some official writing, sometimes we have to write some technical or some professional writing. So this tool is very useful when we are writing personal emails, creating documents for clients, or professional messaging. Wordtune helps you to express your better. To install the extension, first we have to go to the Chrome web store. So just click on the new website and click on the Chrome web store where the all extension are installed. Just click on the Chrome web store and our we have to write in a search box word tune and press enter. This is the icon of the word tune. Just click on that icon. Click on the add to Chrome. Click on the add extension to your Chrome web page, and the extension is already in your web page. Now suppose if you want to write any email, or if you want to write anything about your messages, so I just click my doc here. When you just first time when you install a wordtune, they just want to install with your Google account. And for here you have to just select your languages and click on next. And here you can write anything that you want to write something new. For example, I just write here, mother is the first teacher of every child. I hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are.
Okay, fine. So this is where we can enhance our sentences. Now here I just add the Google Doc and add my sentences, or we can also use our Chrome and go to the word tune and go to the word tune editor. I'm sorry, it's take a time because my network is slow. Here just write what you want to enhance your sentence. For example, I just take an example that mother is the first teacher of every child. Now just what you want to use. You want a casual, you want a formal sentence, just click on the formal, and they gave the different options here. You can see that you can choose your sentences
Wonderful.
according your requirement. You can also choose the casual format. So according the causal sentences, you can reformat your sentence. For example, the first teacher of every kid has it's their mom, or it's the mother who teaches the child best, teaches the child the most. So is this way we can enhance our writing, we can correct our writing. So this is the first interesting and wonderful tool called word eye.
So, so this is AI
Yes, ma'am.
based Chrome extension, correct, ma'am?
Yes, this is a AI based. AI automatically recorrect our sentences, and they are giving the so many
G-
options for our sentences according our requirement, according our usage. We can select that.
Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful.
Now the second next Google Chrome extension is a Google Dictionary. I think when we are visiting any website is we have to find some we have hard meanings or hard we can say that spelling. So at that time we have to go to the Google and find the its synonyms or finds its meaning definitions. So if you want to add a Google Dictionary, we can do it easily. With the Google Dictionary, you can view the definitions easily as you browse the web. Foreign language or foreign words are automatically translated to your languages of your choice. Suppose when you visit any French website or English website, and you want to just you want to just translate your any word or for them. So Google Dictionary is very useful. Again, you have to go to the Google Chrome and just add the Google Dictionary. For example, let me show you the again. Just write down the Google Dictionary here. This is my Chrome web store. Just click on the Google Dictionary and you will find the icons here. I think my network is not working properly today. Yes, now you get this. This is a Google Dictionary, and just add to your Chrome. Just add the extension, and your extension is already add. Now suppose I visit the any Wikipedia page or any page, and you want to translate some meanings. Just click on it and type Google Dictionary, and they will define the word this meaning what the word is meaning. Dipti teacher, I am audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are. You are.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am,
Today
you
my
are
network
audible.
is slow,
Yes, ma'am.
so I'm asking again and again. So this is where you can add the Google Dictionary. Here there is a one options. Just go to the options, right click on the Google Dictionary icon and go to the options. Here there is a pop-up definitions option. Suppose you want to see you want to double click all and see the definition, or you want to just select a word or select definition. For example, again I just go to Wikipedia page, and suppose I'm just this is a word. Just select
Ma'am,
the
your
definition
screen is freezed.
is screen is fixed. Okay, now
Dipti ma'am, I think there is some
this
network
is
issue with Payal ma'am's network. Freezed.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible.
Yes, it's visible now. You need to present your screen, full screen.
Fine. Third Google Chrome extension, that is a picture in picture. Sometimes when we are watching any videos, so that maybe happen like we have to watch one videos at the same time we have to interact with the sites or other applications. So picture
I
motions
know
allow you to
you
watch
can
the
make a
video.
slideshow.
Yes, yes, you
Fine,
can
ma'am.
make.
There is a suggestion in the comment box. They want a slideshow so that it is visible. Slide.
Yeah, now it's visible, ma'am.
Yeah, you can click on the
Ma'am, click on that
Yes, it's
slideshow
visible. You
icon
can
with
just
share
on
button.
slideshow.
Click
Fine.
on that slideshow button with share button beside share button. Now, okay.
Now it's visible, ma'am.
Not
Yes, it's coming
yes,
now.
yes,
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 yes.
yes.
Perfectly
It
fine.
is. It is.
Okay,
Continue.
actually, my network is ditching with me. Uh, Picture in pictures allow the third extension is picture in pictures allows you to watch videos in a floating windows. Sometimes it may be happen that we have to watch the one videos at the same time we have to interact with the other side or other applications. So picture in pictures helps you to watch our videos in a floating windows. It means that our video is running when we are visiting other websites. So let me just show you. Again, you have to just click on the Google Web Store, and write down here the picture in picture, and click on the picture in picture icon, and we will get the extension. Fine, this is our this is our picture in picture extension, that is by Google. Just add to your Chrome, and now whenever you are watching any we can say the videos, it is automatically goes to the floating windows or at the right side of the corner, and our video is running at the same time we can interact with the others. Just
This means we can do more than one work with the same
select the
extension. Correct? We can watch video and we can work
click
on other
on
sites
the
also.
extension, go to the so this is how we can use the picture in picture Google Chrome extension. Now the next is my favorite, that is a text-based Google Chrome extension. The text-based Google Chrome extension create the smart text expansion to get more done and streamline your work. It is generally used to rapidly or repeatedly to avoid the repeatedly work. Insert they just insert the text template anywhere using the keyboard shortcuts, and it saves your hours and avoid mistake by eliminating the repeating typing using customized templates. Sometimes it may happen that we have to emails 50 clients, or we have to emails when we are composing our emails, we have to add the signature, we have to add the introduction. That is a similar for every time. So we have to make a shortcuts for our introduction, shortcuts for our signatures, for we get also shortcut for our send. So this text based Google Chrome extension is very useful while we are using emails. So let's go to the next extension, that is a text based Google Chrome extension. And write down the Yes, ma'am. Anything problem?
No, no. For a couple of seconds, you are freezed. You were freezed. So
Okay, now.
नहीं नहीं अभी अभी ठीक है.
Now it's okay, ma'am. Perfect. Carry on.
Okay, this is my picture. Sorry, this is my text-based icon, and when you click on that, you have to find some shortcuts key for the introduction or for the signatures. I already made some demo samples or demo sniffer. For example, when I already made the introduction part that hello, how are you? I am Payal from GG India, and I also make some addresses part that you can see here. And I also make the some signature part. So how we can use
Dipti
it?
ma'am and
So
Payal ma'am
you
interrupt.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
There is a question in the chat box like when we use lot of Chrome extensions, is there a chance of getting our browser or system hang? This is a question from Fazana Praveen. Could you please
Madam, we
answer
can
No,
this?
say that in our end of the session, we also say that how we can manage our extension. We can also enable or disable lots of extension we are using. So at this way,
uh,
we can just give a solution. Yes, ma'am.
in this case, Farzana ma'am, in this case, each and every Chrome extensions description have said that they are free from scamming or spamming or any what can say malware. So when you add Chrome extension in your laptop or any device, just read the description from that. एंड जो आप यूजर्स को भी देख सकते हैं, मतलब कि इफ यू कैन सी देर आर मोर देन 1 lakh यूजर्स मीन्स दैट इज सेफ. सो यू कैन checking by users and description from the that Chrome extensions um, site. Okay, so I think these are the
Thank you,
free
Payal
from
ma'am.
viruses, or you can save your laptop or any device by viruses. Okay, so I don't think it is harmful and in any way, but just go with the description with that particular Chrome extension. Okay,
Yes, ma'am. I
Farzana
think
ma'am.
Dipti Dipti ma'am
Yes,
is
ma'am. Thank you,
you
ma'am.
can just select any Chrome extension. Yes, you can select just see the review, see the rates, how we'll get the rate 5 out of 5, or
E-
see the
exactly.
reviews. Yeah. So this is the
I think
text blaze extension. Text blaze. Yes.
Farzana ma'am,
Text blaze
your
extension is
query
used.
is solved.
Okay, thank you. Text based extension is used when we add some sort out. For example, just try it out. Click on the slash dash. When you click on the slash dash, our text is automatically coming. Same things when you just click on the slash intro, your introduction part is already coming. So this is just somehow it minimize our time to type the writing all the things when we are composing the emails. Same thing when you are writing any repeated work, so it's also boring kind of work, so it gives our speedy works. Same, I write the signature, it gives a signature. And one more thing, in a text blazed, you can also add the text date and time. You can also insert the clipboard, and you can also place the cursor when you are using the specific snippet is means that when you are using the introduction part, when you are using the signature part, or when you are using the date and time. address bar. So this is just is for our writing or our composing emails. The next is a QR code generator. QR code generator is very useful nowadays because when we are we are in a ed tech or we are in a technology era, so any link or any website that gives generally QR code. So suppose if you want to create a QR code of any website, you can use this extension. It's a super handy, and it's by the one click it's create the QR code. It converts your current page into a QR code with the one click, and it generates the QR code from the free text. So just again go to the web Chrome store and go to the, just write down the QR code generator. Just click on that and add to your Chrome browser. And suppose I already open some Wikipedia web pages that is regarding on the digestion system. So go to the QR code Chrome. Just click on that icon, and the current website, it means that which website is currently open, that is automatically convert in a QR code. Currently my website is a Wikipedia, and the QR code of the Wikipedia regarding the digestion is already created for a QR code. Just click on that. These are the QR code. I request all the members, all the connectors, just click on this and you will get this the Wikipedia digestion page. Just scan this QR code. We can also download the QR code. We can also make a logo of the QR code, or we can, when we are downloading, we can share this to our co-leaders also. So I request the audience, please try it at once. Just scan this QR code. Yes, Diptiben, you will get this Wikipedia page.
I'm trying.
Anyone, please, anyone those
The
get the Wikipedia page, just
follow the instruction of file, ma'am.
yes.
Your audience, please code and check whether it's working or not.
Yes.
It is working.
We got the
Vardhana ma'am
response,
said
ma'am.
it is working.
It is working.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you can just create your code and just share your website with the QR code. So now this is all from my side. I'm just request the deputy more extension, more exciting and awesome extension can be explained.
Okay, ma'am.
Deputy,
Can you stop your
over-
sharing? I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Hello everyone. Now we are going to show more
Yes, ma'am. I already said.
extensions. More. Can we? Can I, Jayashree ma'am?
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am. Share your screen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Is mine visible?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So another Chrome
And then
extension is linked to. Okay, okay. Now I'm going to start. So another Chrome extension is linked to the text fragment. Now what is that? So this extension allows easily creating a special link to the currently selected text on a page via the context menu. And when opening such a special link, a complete browser will scroll the selected text in a view and highlight it. Now for that, I have already added this Chrome extension, and you will find on with my search bar or Omni bar. So for that, I just go for, I like deserts. Okay, so I have made a page in document that is Indian deserts. Okay, so I want some recipes or anything that I want say in my document. Okay, so for that, click on any web page or any site, and you can see that the deserts recipe site is on my screen. Okay, so now if I want to save this site, so first क्या करते थे कि select this particular site address and copy paste ऐसा करते थे, मगर अब ऐसा नहीं है. Just click on that particular word or title of that site, click on hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
You're audible.
Okay. So, okay. Now I select this particular heading. I click on the link to fragment. What happened? It is already added. Same here. I have also network issue like that, file teacher. Okay. 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 I will go after that. There is another Chrome extension that is Nimbus. Nimbus takes screen capture, full web page or any part. It edits screenshot, record sentence, record video from your screen, and it is used several millions user on a different platform. So for that, I click on particular web page, and my web page of photosynthesis is open. Okay, so now I click on Nimbus, and you will find these much options to catch the picture or even record a video. Okay, so I just click on visible part of that icon or tool, and you can see the whole page is captured on my screen. Okay, and you can also see that there is much more small icons present on my picture. So when you just explain your students, okay, you can use this tool. You can insert image, or and this is pro option, so just no thanks. But but here are many more options that you can use. Okay, you can maximize this page, you can minimize this page. Okay, you can resize this page. Suppose I just click on 192. Okay, look, page becomes small. Okay, so I undo it. You can crop this image like this. I want only these things, I don't want any picture. Okay, so when you select the particular page, you have option, you want to save or you cancel it. Yes, I want to save. Look, I have that page without any picture. Okay, I undo it. Then you can add formulas from here. You can, and this is also pro version. Okay, you can use pencil or highlighter to explain your students. Okay, now you can add your shapes also, you can add arrows also. Now what is a wonderful part of this box is you can add text also with two different types. Okay, look at this, and you can save it, anything you can say to your students or your colleague. Okay, read this. Okay. And you can give the number also particular paragraph ki, or you have any equation with lots of steps. Okay, so you can enter number with that. Now this blur area is a pro version, it will not open. And this is color line of the text, you can select the color line of the text. Okay, you can see 4 become purple, 5 become blue. Okay, and you can shadow of your color also, you can clock this page, and you can undo. And after all, after every explanation, or you can watch के आपका जो पूरे का पूरा photosynthesis page is completely filled with your explanation. Okay, you can delete with undo all. Okay, after that just click on done, and now when you click on done, this page will open. Okay, this is when you sign up for Nimbus, they will give you the default workspace, and this is my workspace. Okay, here the name of the screenshot, suppose I want to write photosynthesis, so I will write photosynthesis. Okay, and when I upload the folder, okay, when I upload the folder, you can see that running. Okay, when I get this my where I can get this my image, that is saved in my Nimbus account. Okay, so you can see this is Nimbus platform, and this is my workspace. Okay, now you can see that photosynthesis will appear on my default workspace. Now you can see this is my photosynthesis, which is saved in my that workspace. Here is screenshot which is loading. Okay, this is all my work. Okay, you can see all my work is stored with date and time. This is video which I have added. Okay, so what you have to do is, if you want to share, just click on that share button, and you can share your Nimbus with copy link. With copy link you can share on Facebook or in LinkedIn or Pinterest or Twitter. Okay, so all these about the Nimbus notepad. Okay, now another one is, you can capture a fragment also. Just click on particular area. Okay, photosynthesis सिर्फ इतना ही मुझे चाहिए, I just click on it and save it. Okay, it is saved in my laptop. Okay, so in my drive it is saved, I just don't want to save, so I cancel it. Okay, another option is selected area. I don't want whole page of Wikipedia to um, as a picture, so I just select particular area. Okay, I just want only this area. I want only a particular area. Okay, and this. Okay, I just select it, it will uh, save in my drive of laptop as a PNG image. Okay. Another option of Nimbus is scroll, select and scroll and entire page. Both are pro version. If you want to purchase this Nimbus, okay, so you will get these two options, select and scroll and entire page with the payment. Okay, so just I click on it and you will find that upgrade to Nimbus Pro, no thanks. Now another one of Nimbus is delayed screenplay. So you can see it will give our to us 3 seconds. Okay, and after that our picture or image is done here. When you click on done, it will lead you to your workspace. Now from here you can upload your Nimbus platform. You can make this picture as a save as PDF. You can save this picture as an image. You can send it to Google Drive. You can send it to Dropbox. You can send it to Slack, and even you can print it. Okay, so I go to upload the folder. When I go to upload the folder, it will save in my Nimbus default workspace. Okay, so another important feature of workspace is desktop screenshot. So I just click on that option and I will find that these much Chrome webs are open. Okay, so I will go to photosynthesis and I will share and you will find that particular tab's picture on your screen. And after every explanation you have to do done to save your picture in your Nimbus platform. Okay, so this is another part of is blank screen. If you want to explain another thing without any background, okay, so Nimbus provide you blank screen or white screen, and you can explain everything to your students. Okay, now another good feature of Nimbus is record the video. Now these features are given by Nimbus. Okay, you can record the tab, you can record the desktop. Okay, when I click on record video, I have to share my screen, and you can see that is start. Okay, they have give you the drawing features. You can use that drawing features. Okay, you can erase all the things. Okay, you can turn on or turn off the webcam. Okay, you can pause the video and you can stop the video recording from here. Okay, when I stop the recording, it will loading. Okay, and you will find all your video on your Nimbus page, and you can save this video. You can upload on Nimbus, you can save in Drive, you can send Dropbox, you can publish on YouTube. But the condition is your video is not more than 10 MB. If you have more than 10 MB video, you need to get pro features of the Nimbus. Okay, so this is all about Nimbus. Now where can you find your all Nimbus upload? So click on that icon and go to my uploads. Your Nimbus platform will open and your default account will be there. Okay, now look at this. I have already told you that this is my default workspace and I will find all my Nimbus here. Okay, So this is all about the nimbus. Am I visible now? Jayashree ma'am, is there any question?
Yes, ma'am, you are
No,
very
ma'am.
Jayashree
much
ma'am?
visible, audible.
There is no question till now.
Carry
Is
on,
it
ma'am.
okay? Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes, ma'am.
Now
Going good. Continue.
another, okay, okay. The another wonderful extension is Colorzilla. Okay, sometimes what happen ना कि हम कहीं पे कुछ देखते हैं जिसका कलर मे भी बहुत अच्छा होता है. Okay, मगर कुछ साइड पे देख लिया कि हाँ ये कलर कॉम्बिनेशन हाउ फैसिनेटिंग. If I have that colored sari or dress or everything or that color skirting, okay, so we can't do anything. Okay, we have to remember that particular color. So Colorzilla is a chrome extension, is an advanced eyedropper, color picker or gradient generator tool. Colorzilla, one of the most popular Firefox developer extension with a 5 million downloads, is finally available on Chrome. With Colorzilla you can get color reading from any point in your browser, quickly adjust to this color and paste it into another program. Okay, so for that I am going to a site. Okay, you all have already known that how to get Chrome extension, so I don't need same thing repeat. Okay, so just look at here. Okay, verifying yes, I am Dipti. Okay, now what have you to do that the click on that Colorzilla extension. Okay, and click on page color picker activate. Just remember you have to click on this. Okay, so I click on this and my color picker activate. Now I want these particular page. So just look at this. When I scroll my mouse, you will see that the color of this particular box will change. Look at this, blue. Okay, now this text color is copied. Now I want this color in my particular drawing. So मैंने एक frog design की है and I want my color of frog. Okay, so what have to do, I just select that particular area. I go to the fill color option and click on plus icon. Okay, I remove this particular combination and I just control C. Okay, now you will find this color in this box and I click OK. You will find that my frog's upper portion gives me the color what I wanted. Okay, another time, that is I want dark blue shade. Okay, so I just click on color picker. I click on dark blue shade, color picker, and dark blue shade. Okay, my color is copied. I go to my frog and I will select this area, go to the fill color, and I just click on plus icon, I remove it and I type control V. Okay, सेम कलर आया बट कोई नहीं. Okay, नहीं एक शेड लाइट है. Okay, so this is my frog. Now I want to fill this heart with the pink shade and you can use as much as you want color. Okay, कहीं पे भी याद करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी हाय मेरा वाला पिंक कहीं मिस हो गया. You will save these colors in your Colorzilla. Okay, so I click on this plus, I remove it, control V, I will get mera wala pink and you can see. Or after that you will find that mera wala pink in your color box. So you can just one type of adding and you will find all the shades what you want. और कहीं पे भी देखा होगा ना आपको मिल जाएगा, तो आपको कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं पड़ेगी. Okay, now my frock is ready. I will go with this, and I want also pink in color. So my color combination is ready. So this is the second Chrome extension. Anything, ma'am?
Yes, Dipti ma'am. No questions? Are you done?
No question. Can I go further? Can I go further? We have time.
Yes, ma'am.
I think let us start with the next session because it's already 4:53 and now it has to be taken over by GG Delhi West. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay,
okay.
no problem.
Yeah,
We have another more extensions which are useful. In my part, I have 5 extension, but anyways, just go with Nimbus and Colorzilla, which will make your life much more colorful and easy. And thank you, Jayashree ma'am. Thank you, Sima ma'am.
great, great. I
Thank you so
really
much, Dipti ma'am and
appreciate.
Sahil ma'am.
Yeah, I really appreciate the way you have explained the Chrome extension, especially Nimbus and all. That was a great, great learning, great insight about the Chrome extensions. Well, all the educators, those who are present over here, we can just try out with this Chrome extensions. Wonderful session it was.
Nimbus,
Over to you,
Nimbus,
Jayashree
Nimbus
ma'am.
is, ma'am. One more thing. Nimbus is also attached with Google Class. So
Yes.
anything you capture, anything you demonstrate, you can upload to your Google Classroom. Okay, so just go for it and rest. All the best, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was
Thank
a
you so much.
wonderful
Thank you, Dipti ma'am.
presentation. Yes, over to you, Jayashree ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Sima ma'am. Now, moving ahead, we have mentors from GG Delhi West who will be presenting on curation of resources by utilizing various tools. And in this session, you all will learn how educators can effectively organize and distribute the educational content with their colleagues and students. The main curation tools which we will be exploring today and which will be shared and discussed by our mentors, Meena ma'am and sir, in today's session are Google Sites, Wakelet, Google Drive, Chrome Bookmark, YouTube playlist, Google Keep, and Blogger. The major focus will be on Google Sites and Wakelet, along with pro tips on how to use other curation tools. Amit sir and Meena ma'am, welcome, and now the stage is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Amit sir?
Amit sir,
Yeah,
you are
thank you
on.
very much. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope my screen is now visible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's still loading, I think.
Yes, sir.
So technology has advantages and at the same time little bit of disadvantages. Maybe it's a little bit slower. So is it visible now?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, my screen. Okay, so welcome all the educator for the day two for EdTech Weekend Fest 2022. It's a joint effort of GGs of India. So this particular session will be by GG Daily West. I am Amit Bajaj, the founder and leader of GG Daily West and a Google certified trainer. Along with me, Hamina Bagga ma'am is also present. She's the co-leader of GG Daily West and a Google certified trainer. So this is a brief profile of Amit Bajaj, myself. Okay, and the same way, I will not talk about this because there are a lot of other things to be discussed. So, and here is a brief profile of Meena Bagga ma'am. So we appreciate the online teaching, we appreciate the offline teaching, and now it's a time for the hybrid learning. So for
Yes.
that, we'll be sharing with a lot of tools, the basic ideas, which as a math teacher, we both are actually belong to the same mathematic fraternity. So whatever tools we are still using in our hybrid teaching learning. We'll be talking about that. Can some of you once confirm, is the screen saying curating your educational resources?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
So the
Yes,
topic
yes.
which we have chosen is curating your educational resources, effectively organizing and distributing the content with your colleagues and your students, because that is very very important. With due course of a time, what happens, say you had a 1 year experience or maybe say 25 years of experience, with due course of a time you accumulate, you have a lot of resources in your laptop. Maybe initially we were used to carry our pen drive or maybe the floppy disks were there, but now the time has gone. We are everything, most of the things in fact are lying on the cloud, and the same can be distributed shown to our kids using various social media platform. So our flow of the session will be like this, that we'll be talking mainly about Google Sites, Wakelet, and that will be the end of the session. We'll be covering how to create a Google site and how to make best use of it, the pro tips, same with the Wakelet. And at the same time, initial will begin with Google Drive, Google Chrome bookmark, YouTube playlist, Google Keep, and Blogger. So we'll be giving maybe say 5-7 minutes to each of these tools, and most of the time will be devoted to our Google Sites and Wakelet. I'm sure most of the educators who are watching us right now live, or maybe who will be watching the recording later on, so they must have heard or they must have used these tools. But sky's the limit. There are hundreds of such curation tools which are available, and the educators around the globe are using. So we'll be talking about that at the end of the session if time permits. So what factors do you need to consider before curating your content for education? It is very very important that you should know your audience. For our case, it is our kids, our students to whom we teach. Curate only authentic, relevant, and high quality content, because the information is everywhere. You just Google it, you have thousands and thousands of website resources which are available. So it is very difficult for our kids to authenticate that which resource is relevant, which is high quality content, which is really required. So as a teacher, it is becomes your responsibility to provide them with the best high quality content and resources. And it's always required, be consistent and keep a check for the updates. The technology, the 21st century, it's being changing every day. So whatever resources you found useful last year, there might be some changes. So there has been some update being taken place, so please take care of that part also. So whenever you share information, some resources, make sure they are kept updated, and please keep it very simple, comprehensive, and relatable. So what's the benefits of content curation? You can find, organize, and manage information and resources on a specific topic. You can stay informed about the latest information on specific topics, which leads to the professional growth, to learn through the process. And it's very important, as you search for and curate the best resources which are available throughout the globe, you reflect on their value. You are the best judge, and then you may develop new ways of thinking to build your personal learning network. And the online teaching learning has actually taught us how to create, how to have your PLN. As in present day time, it is very very important. So we all are having this session in online mode. We all are sitting at the different places of India, but still we are connected with all of you. And networks actively seek and follow good content curators because they save us time. So we are a good curator, we may not be a good creator, but when we interact, when we combine the resources which are available, we can have the best judgment about it. So do not start from a scratch. Already there are hundreds and thousands of users, the creators, the educators, the YouTubes, the bloggers who have created their content. You can always make best use of that. You can always share those resources, but how that can be curated, how that can be shared, we'll be covering that. And to learn how to curate so that you can guide your students how to curate content for research, interest, and passions. This is very very important. So curation is an important part of being digitally literate. Someone was telling me that now since these schools are offline, so there's no point talking about the online resources. But believe me on that, we are living in a 21st century. Our kids are more knowledgeable, they have a more access to the resources. So if we are not digitally literate, we if are maybe say a little bit behind of them, it will be very difficult for us to survive as a teacher. So it's very, very important for being a digitally literate. Meena ma'am, would you like to add to this or maybe certain tips for curating the
Yes, you
resources?
very well said, sir. Students are really very ahead of us in technology. We are to keep it update. Yes, tips for curating resources. You should create your own PowerPoint and you can convert those into videos for giving narrations to the students through your lessons, and convert your worksheets, assignments in classwork and homework to Google Docs. You can change it into PDF. You can upload in your Google Classroom, Google Sites, Blogger, where all resources you can keep it one place in Backlit also. There is a noise. Okay. Sir, please share the screen. Yes. You should definitely find quality resources that have already been created by many other educators. You can curate them on a single place like Backlit, like sites, Blogger. We have already told Classroom and Keep also. There are so many blogs. There are so many places. Let us
Okay.
begin our journey.
So let's begin our
Yes, sir.
journey.
Over to you.
Yeah. So, using Google Sites and Veclet for curating resources, Meena ma'am and myself, we both are actually on the same line, same side, and we are trying our level best to make best use of the Google Sites and the Veclet for curating our resources. I'll quickly take you to my Google site. Will Meena ma'am will talk about how to create the website later on in the second half of this session, but this is just a sample demo for next 2-3 minutes, wherein say you can see at the top it's a sites.google.com. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, visible.
Okay, yeah. So as you can see, it's sites.google.com, and then I have created my one simple mathematical websites where I have shared a lot of resources for say grade 12th, 11th, 10th, and so on. Some useful mathematics websites, my non-routine recreational mathematics videos, which I already have uploaded on my YouTube channel. So all those things can be done so easily. So these buttons can be created, the color combinations, and at the top you can see the class 12th, 11th, and so on. So all these things can be done so nicely and easily, and it do not require any coding. Meena ma'am will tell you about this. So when I quickly click on say class 12 resources, it will open one new page and you can see say I'm teaching say grade 12. So grade 12 chapter 1 is relations and functions. So I have two things over here. On the left hand side you can see it is talking about my all classroom PDF assignments, the quizzes, NCRE solutions, assessment test, and so on. And the right side page talking about the classroom teaching video lectures. Once last in the last session when we all were online, we were taking our classes online, so I was fortunate to record my all the video lectures. So I have just uploaded them on my YouTube channel, and via my YouTube channel I have integrated the same in my this Google site. So when I click on this, you can see all the resources which are now available on the Wakelet. So I'll be talking about Wakelet later on, how it can be created and how you can have all your resources all together. So these are my classroom teaching notes, say for example here, and anyone on the globe can have the access to the same. When I click on any of the note, it will open in a new window, and I can easily download it. So the way how I have taught in my classroom, this is my all the video, the PDF for my classroom teaching. One can simply click on it and they can download and save. And whenever they require some guidance, they can always take it. And at the same time, There is a video lecture wala part also. So here are all the videos of the corresponding PDFs which are being discussed, shared with my kids. So let me say I open this video, and of course the video will play and I can simply watch it. So all the videos, all the video lectures, all PDFs, assignments, everything can be curated on my Google site. So this is the power of my Google site. Also, quickly check it out. This is when you check out the at the top in my Omni box, it's amitbajajmaths.com, and the content is same. So what I have done, I purchased the domain name amitbajajmaths.com, right? And it's costing me nearly, I think, 2000 rupees a year. So I have my all the content on my Google site, and everything is now available at my amitbajajmaths.com. So any changes if I make over here, that will be automatically get reflected over here. Since the only problem with Google site is it gives me a longer name, sites.google.com/view/making mathematics meaningful, something like this, the name which I have kept. So a bigger name to learn. So the easier way is once you create your Google site, initially you can use it, but later if you want to make it more professional look, then you can always buy the domain name like this. Next is about, and as already mentioned, Google Sites will be in detail taken by Meena ma'am later. So using Google Drive for curating your all the teaching resources in a folder. And I'm sure you all are using Google Drive for one or the another purpose. But let me quickly show you my another profile, my school profile, and wherein I would like to show my drive. Is my drive is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So you can always check it out over here. I have my lot of folders which I have created on my school's official account. This is my Amit Bajaj at the CRPF school wala, because there is no limitation of the storage. You can see early we have a 15 GB limitation in general for a normal personal account, but here I have already 60.35 GB available to me, and I can have even more than that. So there is no storage issue over here, but 15 GB is fair enough even if you do not have that Google account as such. Anyway, so as you can see over here, I have created one of my folder. When I click on it, in folder I have my another folder. When I click on it, I have my different files, folders, everything is at one place. So this is always desirable, that you just do not click on new and start uploading your files. Before you start uploading, please give a proper name. The idea of this session is, and when I talk about the Google Drive here, is please give a proper name to your files and your resources, because later on when you have thousands of files which are available in your drive, you will find it a big challenge to search your files. So naming convention in one thing, and how it is going to help me when I look at the top search in drive, and when I click on these three lines, I have the option for the type of the file and the file name, the size, who has shared with me. So a lot of search tools are available to me, and I can easily search through my Google Drive. Later it becomes a challenge if the file name is not used correctly. Okay, so, and the best part is there is, of course, everyone is using a Google Drive mobile app also. It's available for tablet, your computer as well. So whatever you do it in your Google Drive, everything is sync. So any change, any file uploaded via mobile or via laptop or tablet, they all sync together. So this is just a simple GIF which I've created. So I'll skip that because I already have shown it to you. Next is about the Meena ma'am. Do you want to add anything which is missed over here?
Just we can colorful the folders to identify the important one. Nothing more
Oh,
than that.
yes,
We have
yes, yes.
covered.
That is very important. As you can
Yes.
see, I have my color, this one as fold as green. Let's say final all presentation. When I right click over here, I can always have the option for change the color. So my mathematical files maybe say green color, my personal file maybe say blue color, something like that. So and I can always star my files over here. And at the same time, when I right click, I have the option for share. So via online duration, I'm sure everyone must have used this option. So I can share the whole folder, and whatever settings are given to the folder, they will be available to all the files inside this folder as well.
Yes, sir.
Next is about the Google Chrome bookmarks. Everyone check it out. Over my Omnibox, where I am typing right now, say google.com, you will see there is the option of bookmark. So I'm sure most of you are making best use of it. If not, please check this out. At the top, I have a lot of folders created by the name of Google, ICT links, useful websites, and maths, my school related, my social, and so on. So what exactly is happening over here? When I click on this, say Google, there is a folder inside the folder. And even if I check it out, say this Mahatattva, I have another embedded folder inside the subfolder. So a lot of folders can be created. So what is the purpose of this? So anything which I'm sharing with you right now, I am sharing my presentation with you. I do not need to locate for it. I will just quickly click on it and it will open my presentation. So everything whichever is over here in my folders, so I have few ICT links, maybe say some useful websites, the free technology for teacher. For example, yesterday only I get to know about this one of the very interesting website sharing a lot of resources and ideas. So it's very difficult to keep a record of all the websites. Veclet is one of the idea, but at the same time I can always have whichever website I found useful, I can add them in my folders, or maybe says useful websites or some subfolders as such. For maths, because I'm a maths teacher, my maths resources generally are kept over here. My school related file, my school examination website, or maybe some another important document related to school, my social media. This is the only idea which I have actually been using. You are more creative, so you may have your own ideas how you can make best use of it. Or maybe say I'm using say Google Keep a lot, so I have created simple over here, so it's not being kept as a folder. So now how we can create these folders? Quickly right click, you have the option for add folder, and you can have a new folder. So I will not go into the details because the time is limited. If we left with the time at the end, I will come back and talk about this. But otherwise, look at this. We have the option of bookmarks. When I click on bookmarks, my all the folders are available here. With due course of time, believe me, what is going to happen? Inside the Google, again, I have lot many subfolders and they already have lot of resources inside them. So I may not be able to find the relevant resource on time. So what is recommended? What you can do? Just click on this bookmark and there's the option of search bookmark. Once you click on it, maybe say I'm looking for Khan Academy, okay, so when I click on this and double click, it will open the relevant YouTube video or the relevant websites. So I can easily search through my bookmarks as such. And as already mentioned, using your mobile app, also mobile, you can have the bookmarks and the same features are available. Also, there's one a very interesting and useful feature, a secret feature which I'm using a lot. Sometimes it happens I have bookmarked my hundreds and thousands of files, and I want to use any one of them when I have a digital whiteboard in my classroom. I do not want to log in using my email ID, because once I use my email ID, all these will be automatically be available. But I do not want my email ID login password to be used in front of my kids. Right. So what we can do, look at the right hand side. There are three dots. When I click on this, there's the option for export bookmarks. Click on export bookmark, select a location and click on save. You will see my bookmarks are already saved over here. Now you just send this WhatsApp to yourself or maybe email to yourself, and whenever I click on it, my all the bookmarks in the link form will be available over here. So I don't need to log in using my personal or my Gmail account, and my password will not be shared. So I can now simply click on it, and all the websites, all the relevant resources, they will be easily available to me. Meena ma'am, anything in your mind coming to this, or if you are making use of
It
it,
is more
or
than enough, sir. It is rather a good tip I have myself learned today, exporting
uh,
bookmarks. Yeah.
okay, okay. Is there any comment or any thing which is required in the chat box so that I can answer that? Well, ma'am.
Seema
Yeah,
ma'am.
Yeah.
yes,
Seema
sir.
ma'am.
There's a
There is
Yeah.
no
question.
question. Everyone is
There's a question like, yeah, can we make the PDF and folders for English also? There's a simple like query there.
Not getting the question. Folder in.
Can we make the
Uh,
PDFs and folders for English
uh,
also?
yeah, of course, of course. See,
Prachi ma'am.
yeah,
Yeah, for
my
anything.
teaching subject is maths, so I have demonstrated for mathematics, whichever is your teaching subject is common for all these subjects. Okay, next idea is about creating the playlist in your YouTube channel. So let me quickly open my YouTube and go to youtube.com. Right. So as you can see, I have logged in using my this ID, and here is my channel, my YouTube studio, and so on. And I am interested in having playlist. So what is the purpose of playlist? I watch YouTube, I gone through some of the beautiful videos. I want to save those videos. So as you can see on the left hand side panel, these three lines with a small triangle, these are all the playlist. But some of the playlist I may have created, some of the playlists are not created by me. I just saved in my personal this YouTube account. When I click on say class 12 mathematics, you can see I have only say two videos saved over here because I am using my different YouTube account channel for uploading my all the videos. So here is the basic idea. You found some video, you upload that in your YouTube channel and have it on your playlist. How the playlist can be created? Let me quickly go to YouTube Studio. I believe that you know how to create your YouTube channel. Again, the time is limited, so I will not talk about that. But at the same time, on the left hand side, the option is not visible over here. Meena ma'am, can you tell me what I am missing?
So
It must.
just click on a video and right click there. Playlist you are
Okay.
seeing. There might be some no playlist in it.
Okay. Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me go back to YouTube only. And let me just say search for something related to log of complex numbers. So 10-15 days back, I remember someone asked this question. So can we have the log of complex numbers? So I googled for it and I found this video quite useful. So what I can do, click on this video, whichever video you are watching, click on it, and then ah, ad will be playing anyway. So once the video is being played, check out the option at the bottom, three dots over here. You have the option. Ek minute.
After ad, it will become. Now it will come, sir.
Why it is not coming? It must be
It is there,
available.
sir. Just see, it is there, save on the
Oh yeah,
top.
yeah, yeah. Save, save. So click on save, and if you have already created a playlist related to sub topics, you can choose that, or click on create new playlist. Create on new playlist and give the name, say maths resources, and I can always keep it private, unlisted, or public domain mein. So I wanted to keep it say private. I will simply click on create. So the video is saved particularly in my YouTube, but it is not visible to anyone. So that will be available over here. So where is it? Is it
Just refresh.
available? Oh, yeah,
Refresh.
I need to refresh my screen. And then the same will be available somewhere here. So maths resources, when I click on it, so the video is available. So I can go on adding whatever I searched over Google. I found some another interest, or sorry, on YouTube, I found some another video. I can always save it in my playlist. At the same time, you have the filter option. When I click on it, there is the option of playlist. When I click on playlist, there is a playlist already created by some of the maybe say an academy, and which contains 39 videos. And when I click on this view playlist, there is the option of save playlist. I can always click on save playlist from here as well. I can share the same with my students. But the only point is, since I am not the creator of this playlist, I cannot add, delete, or modify any of the videos or the stuff presented in playlist. So this way you can always make best of your creating the playlist on your YouTube. Even if someone has noticed, I have even created for my songs also. So there are certain songs which I always love to watch. So there you can always create your song playlist as such. Every time you have to search for that, it's better create your playlist for songs, music, whatever you want. Meena ma'am, anything you want to add or I'm missing?
Nothing more than that, sir. Just we are to curate these
Yeah,
different.
okay. And finally, I'll be talking about Google Keep for curating your resources. Google Keep basically allow users to record your plain text notes, organize, edit, and share them. And the best part is in a collaborative manner. So you can always have your Google Keep voice notes also, which is available in the mobile app. So what we can do, check it out. You can see there is the option of keep I have kept over here. It's a part of Google only. So the keep.google.com, when I click on it, keep.google.com, it will open my keep over here. Mobile app is also available. So what we can do, see, I have my works to do, lot of links, everything can be saved over here. So I had some session previously, I have all the links available, so I don't need to search for the links. So I had some DOE mentor session, मीना मैम और हमने मिलकर ही इन सेशंस को लिया था. So all the links at in a one go, everything is compiled over here. So I can always add on the collaborators over here, or I can always share it with the other people. I just need to copy. So Control A, Control C, Control V, and that will, all the things will be working over here. And another very important thing in on the left hand side, I have the options for these labeling. So Google related my all the stuff, maybe related to maths, maybe my personal stuff over here. So everything over here. Also in a collaborative manner. So collaborative maths project, as you can see, few of the resources links are provided over here, and few of the members like Meena ma'am and some another educators maybe assume that they are my students. So I just need to click on collaborator. I need to add their email ID, and then they will be getting a notification and they are the part of this. So what is going to happen? If they found something useful related to this, say Fibonacci numbers, they are doing some research or a project work on it. So all the resources, the images, the PDFs, everything, I mean that YouTube links or written material, everything can be saved over here. So all can have, say maybe a Google Meet, then they can open it, they can discuss, and that can be finalized over this some specific project. So this is one of the basic idea how we can make best use of it. And one more thing quickly, Google Blogger. So some of you might be aware of a blog. So Blogger is another very interesting idea. May let me open my blog. So as you can see at the end, it's written .blogspot.com. So there is a blog. So now what we can do on a blog, I have say check out my new classroom teaching notes or whatever I'm sharing on my maybe website in a brief synopsis I can mention over here. And please check this out. I am writing the blog since 2009. So it's 2022. So the options are available since beginning. Earlier I used to write lot and lot of posts, but now the frequency is being less because I'm using other tools. But this, believe me on that, it's a wonderful tool. You can share your all the resources, everything. These are all sample papers. Of course, do not use them because there are 12, 10, 15 years old back sample papers. Lot of mathematics stuff you can find. And the interesting feature over here is about the labels. You can always make best use of a label. So let's say, let me click on beauty of mathematics. So if I have already given a label to this, top 10 reasons why I love maths. I found this YouTube video a very, very interesting. So I just saved it over here. Some maths model of platonic solids. I made those solid shapes using the paper folding and cutting. So I just uploaded on my blog. The idea and how others can make best use of it, the PDF files, every links, everything is provided over here. So that way you can always make best use of your blog. So it's your digital diary. In simple word, when I use a term blog, so it is your digital diary. So there are more tools to explore to curate your content, but we will not be talking about that. For example, the Pinterest, you must have seen, used it, Scoop.it, and Twitter and other social media. Believe me on that. Thousands of educators globally, they are making best use of Twitter, Instagram for educational purpose. We as a GG leaders and co-leaders are also making use of it. So please explore. If you are not on a Twitter, not on Instagram, please be on that. That doesn't mean it's meant only for the youngster or only for tweeting 2 or 5 lines. You can talk about whatever educational works you are doing, and at the same time what others are doing, you would be learning from them as well. So maybe another tool to explore is Padlet, Edmodo, podcast can be done, your audio, and many more. So sky is the limit, and there are hundreds and hundreds of such resources which are available. Okay, so time for me to break, and over to you, Meena ma'am, so that you can now take over and talk about
Google Slides.
Google Sites. Yeah, and yeah. So, are you going to present your screen, or shall I
Yes,
keep it?
I
I think
think
it's better.
Google Sites, I can just explain from these slides. Then I will
Okay,
share
okay,
the.
great, great.
You all have already seen Google Sites of the Amit sir and very well used for sharing the resources. Google Site is a structured web page creating tool, including as a part of Google Workspace. Yes, it is totally free and it comes with the Google Workspace. Benefits of using Google Slides are nothing but it is very easy to create. You will just see we need not to learn any programming language. It is just like simple drag and drop we do in Google Docs. And we can easily share, we can easily collaborate with others. And it is totally free and it is secure also. And whatever we work on the Google site is automatically saved. We need not to save. And it is integrated with so many tools of Google itself, like Map, Calendar, Google Drive. Everything is there. We can easily use it. All the features are integrated with this, and it can be easily accessed from anywhere in the world. Just we are to sir. Can you just thank you, sir.
Yes.
We just start to access our Google account, and we are very easy to use collaborate with other educators in using Google Slides. And it can be a private, we can keep it private or we can make it public. If we are using it as a repository of family, we can keep it private also. And use of Google Sites, yes, definitely, as Amit sir has shown already, that many resources we can combine there, and we can organize our school material also. Yes, students work we can repose it there and share with the parents to watch. All resources we can place at a single place. We can collaborate students projects they can do. Yes, we can create the portfolio also there. And to promote any product, we can create our website. We are already using so many websites of others to compare some products and to share our ideas. Whatever new ideas come in our mind, we can share through our sites. Yes, digital photo albums of the family, we can do that also with the Google site. Let me just share my screen, sir. Seema ma'am, can you just allow me to share my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's
Yes.
visible. It's visible.
Yes, here is my website. You can see, let me just show you once how I am using the sites here. You can see I have just kept the name, in which name I have my channel, and it is the home page. I have kept it in a very simple way. About my channel, about suggestions to students, about myself, searching any content which I have already kept on the top, and social connect. Yes, if any student will come here and click on class 11, there is chapter wise content. They can easily search for the chapter they want. Suppose they want this chapter, they will just click on here, and all the video lectures I have put here systematically. They can find the notes here, they can find the result sheets, they can find the NCRT solution also. All the resources are kept in a single place. They will find the quizzes also and previous year questions. I'm teaching an edit school and we prefer opt for DOE papers, so they can find the content here also. Not only for students, I have put all the contents about ICT tools, GeoGebra, etc. We ourselves are using and sharing GeoGebra and GeoGebra, how to use GeoGebra, some simple tips. Likewise, we can combine our resources. I just want to show how myself is using these tools. ICT tools, different ICT tools, just simple tips. These are different videos. I have put it here together. This is a video on Google Forms. I have just tried to put all my resources for my students, for educators, and rather I myself use it very much for going to class. Before going to class, I always used to go through my notes once so that I should not skip anything to part to the student. Yes, let us just now create a new website. What will we do? We will go to this Google Apps menu, Waffle, and search here for Google Sites. If it is not there, actually my website is not with this account. If we are using an app, it will come on the top. Otherwise, we are to search, or we can just simply type sites.google.com. You can see this type of interface will open. These are some templates. You can use these templates, or you can just click on the blank one to create at your own. There will be a simple tour how you can use. You can just go through it, or you can just click on got it. In the for Google Docs, Google Sheet, etc. Let me just title it. Suppose I am just giving it a title demo. The same name will appear here. I can add logo here. Whatever logo I have created for my site, I can add, but right now I am not doing. I just show you. Just click on here, logo, upload. You can upload here. Just click on and it will go to your storage of the computer and allow you to add. Your page title, which title you want to give. I am just giving demo EdTech Fest. I'm giving the same name. This banner you are watching, I can anytime change it. You can see here, change image. Just click on here, upload or select. I am going to select from here itself. Okay, let me randomly choose. Suppose I am choosing this one. Just select. The same will appear here. And anytime you can choose the theme also from here, the right side. Theme of the font writing, color, etc. You can choose any one from here. Let me just choose this one. Okay. This is my main page, home page. Now I want to add some pages to it. As I have just shown you that we have created different page for 11th class different, for 12th class different. Let me just create some pages. Page. This is the home one, the first one. For adding next page, I just click on this plus button. Suppose I am giving, okay, session 1. Another page I want, session 2. Not only this, if I want to create a sub page, I will just click on this 3 dot and you can see duplicate page also. If you want to duplicate a page, add sub page. I'm giving it just a name A. Likewise, you can create sub pages also. You can see as I have created pages, the name are appearing here. First home page, session 1, because it has sub pages. So it is showing me this arrow also and showing the sub page also. Not here because I have not created any sub page here. And this is coming on the right top, but anytime you can bring it to the left also. Just click on the setting button and you can see mode top side. If you click on the side button, all the pages will, navigation will come from here. Right now, I just want that should come back. I will click on the top one. So these are just home page and page creation. Now how to add something here, and very easy. We don't need any programming language. You just have to search. If you want a particular type of thing, suppose I want to add to session 1. If I want this type of block, this type of interface, whatever I want, I can choose from here. If I don't want, I can leave it. I just can add any placeholder or insert any text box from here, image from here, embed any link from here, and from drive here. I can directly insert also. Let me just insert text box first. Okay, this page discusses all about session 1. Whatever you want, you can write. You can change the font style. You can change the font size also. You can choose different colors also. Whatever you can want, you can change. In the middle also, I can make it bold also. So this is just a textbook. Anytime you want to insert image, you can come here, upload from the computer or select from the web. I just want an image from here. Suppose I want an image of Google Docs. You can see here, I just want to insert this image. Just click on this, insert. It will appear here. Because I have not chosen any interface of this. So it will appear likewise in the downward section. If you choose any one here, suppose next I want to choose this. You are just to click on this plus button, upload from the drive, select an image, upload from the computer, sorry, and from the drive, from the YouTube and any calendar and map. Suppose I just want to add a calendar. Which calendar you want, you can click on here and you can insert. Suppose it is for my class, I can choose this and insert it here so that student can easily access the different program we are to do. If we are to choose from drive also, we can just click on here. You can see, suppose this form I just want to give here, insert. This is a Google form. You can see I have easily inserted it here. If I want, I can upload one more thing here, or I can even write here something about all this. Very easy to upload, I think. Suppose I want to share PDF and suppose any activity and its video, everything at the single place, I can do like this. Let me just preview this page. For preview, I just have to click on this button. You can see the page will look like this to everyone who will open this site. One can easily see the calendar and one can easily see the form and they can try it here itself. This is just a quiz I have shared on National Mathematics Day. So likewise, I can share with my students also. These are the notes activity right now. And anytime to work again, I have just to close this. I am on the my working place. If you have added so many things here, just I have done in my site. Right now it is not with this account, I couldn't show it, but as I have, suppose I have added 20-30 titles here and now I want to create a table of content, then just we are to click on this button. Right now there is no heading, so it will not appear properly, but anytime I have just to click on this table of content and every title will appear here on the top itself. Yes, for image carousel, if there are so many pics, let me just show you once. But right now I have used only backlit itself. You can see how beautifully we can combine the backlit with sites. I have just put all my certificates and recognition here itself. You can see this is using backlit only. You can see backlit here. This is my state award, different certificates I have put it here. Just to share my learnings with other educators and my students, my Google trainings. We are just to put it here using embed link. You can see on the top, I have just shown you this embed. In the backlit, you will find an embed link. Let me just show. I have just opened my backlit. Suppose I want to add this collection to my website. Just click on this, share. You can see here the embed. Just click on this It is not going down. Here it comes, copy. Okay, let me just choose the whole one. Yes, here it is. I'm coming back here. Suppose I want to put this backlink link in page session 2. Just click on insert, embed code, control V, paste the link here. Next, insert. You will see it will appear here. I can change the size or I can keep it as such. Whatever I want, I can do. And anytime I can delete also. Let me just show you the preview. This is session 2. This is one of my collection of GeoGebra videos. All videos come here through the backlit link. Anytime one can click on here. It will take some time to adjust. And video will play here. I'm just closing it. Yes, the way I have put in my collection here, you can see syllabus, and I just click on this and it will appear here. I am using collapsible group. Let me just show you. Suppose I want to insert collapsible group. I can just choose any heading and change its style as I have just shown you, and simply add whatever we want here and drive link or YouTube link, any link. We are just to choose. Let me just choose one link. Okay, let me just go to another page itself. Relation and function. Just choose it. Click on this link button. You can see it is allowing me to go to another page also. I can go to another page and I can put any link also here from YouTube, from Google Drive, any link I can put it here. Right now, let us just go to page A. Let me just show you its preview. Chapter 1, I'm just clicking on it and relation function, you can see it is link here now. I'm just clicking on it and I'm going to page A. Sub page I have created under session 1. So likewise, we can connect the different pages also. And the more you can explore from here, the main thing is we are just to drag and drop like this. And you can even directly click sheet here, forms here, charts here. It will take you to your drive, or you can directly insert from your drive also. Amit sir, if I am leaving something, yes, sharing. How to share, how to collaborate on the site. We are just to click on this plus button. Suppose I want to share with Amit sir or itself. I can make him editor or I can make him published viewer. Let me just make him editor as such. I can message here and just send. And anytime to make it public, I have just to click on this publish button. If I want to make it publish, I will just publish it. Otherwise, anytime I can unpublish it. Amit sir, am I leaving something?
No, I
Seema
don't
ma'am,
think
is
so,
there
ma'am.
any doubt in the chat box?
No, Meena, you're doing great, going well.
Yeah.
Amit sir is also here.
Yeah, you have
As
covered all the things. The basic idea is about how to create a, I mean, Google site. Lot of few features, of course, the themes and the creating of new pages, sub pages. But that can be, I mean, covered in some different session as such because the
yes,
time is
definitely.
limited for us. Yeah, but that's wonderful going. I mean, a lot of great and new learnings.
Can I share my playlist also, or you are going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
start
Please,
with
please,
separate?
please go ahead, ma'am, for 5 minutes. Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yes.
Please do it.
How I am using, ma'am, is my screen visible?
Meena, ma'am, you have stopped presenting. You need to start presenting yourself.
I have started again, ma'am. You just
Yes,
check. Is it?
yes.
Oh,
It's there now. You can continue.
I am also creating videos for students for long from the lockdown itself, and I'm sharing it through YouTube channel itself. You can see our not only yet we are creating, we can curate as just Amit sir shown earlier. We can create from others also, and it is very good to share with students, as many students take leave or they can do from the home itself. You can see these are different playlists I have created. Just recently, competency based education, we are going to face assertion, reasoning, question. I have just created a different playlist for it. I can just share it with everyone. Just to click here, copy the link address, and I can paste the link anywhere I want. The same way I have created the different list for different chapters for class 12th also, for class 11th also. And the curation part, Amit sir have already covered. I just want to show that this is the time when we can't leave the online teaching aside. We are to take both together, online, offline together. So it's better to learn the new tech tools and use them as much as we can, because we are to go with 21st century students. And keep also, I just want to show, but it is again on different tab. I have again to stop. Amit sir, I think you can take now. I have just closed the keep. I have to search now on the different account. Amit sir.
Yeah, yeah, Hanji.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's there.
So
Yes, please
let me
continue,
now.
sir.
Yeah, yeah, please. So we have almost 15 minutes to go. So please confirm is my screen is visible. I'm just opening that Wakelet wala part.
Yes, sir. It is. Yeah, it's visible, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So,
Yes, yes.
as Meena ma'am has beautifully explained and demonstrated that how in Google site we can make best use of a Wakelet, which is simply a totally free tool. Sometimes there are hidden costs, but we are using it and it's a wonderful tool. So Wakelet is a platform which allows to create, curate, and share the collections of any kind of content and share with students, colleagues, and families. So what all can be added in a Wakelet? Few of the samples you've already seen, Meena ma'am's screen. So web links, of course, text notes, images, videos, the YouTube video links, social media posts, the Twitter particularly, the PDFs, the best part, and the drive files. They can also be added, and as mentioned, the tweets. Everything can be get added into my Veclet. So what are the benefits of using Veclet? First, the most important thing, it's totally 100% free. It's safe and secure for students. Unlimited collections can be added to a Veclet. So I can have hundreds and hundreds of PDFs, files, video links, everything in one collection. And then I can create hundreds and thousands of different collections as well as. And another beautiful feature is about the collaboration. So I'll be explaining that when I go for the demonstration. So how can Vaclet be used? Of course, to curate how to teach or how to tech videos. So if say you are a techie person, you are creating some useful tips, how to use say Google Sites, how to use a Vaclet. So you can create such videos and not and a very small video because sometimes it happens specifically the concentration span is not too much that we are able to watch 2 hours for even a 50-minute video. So generally nowadays people and students prefer to go for a smaller videos. So if say you are creating say a 5 minute small videos, so give them a proper naming and then you can upload them on your YouTube channel, create a proper playlist as Meena ma'am beautifully explained that, and then the same can be then integrated into a Vaclet as such. To activate the curiosity, for students' research work in a collaborative manner, sharing the innovative teaching ideas, sharing the playlist for a weekly newsletter. Maybe some school is there and they wanted that, or maybe a weekly or maybe a monthly newsletter as a situation, maybe in some specific school. So I have gone through some of the backlets created by the other educators. So I'll show you the sample how they are making best use of creating the newsletters. And for student portfolio, Google site, of course, a wonderful idea. Same way Veclet can also be used. So how to sign up for a Veclet? If you are having a free account, I mean, created your Veclet, it's good, but otherwise very simple. Go to veclet.com, sign up for a sign or free. Few basic steps are there. You need to choose your account, verify your age, choose a username, fill in the basic details which are being asked over there, and start curating. So since I already have created my Veclet, so when I type veclet.com, it will directly take you to this page, right? But let me log out first, so that now as a first time user it will ask for login or sign up. So if you haven't used Wakelet, you need to click on sign up, otherwise click on login. It will ask me to choose which account I want to use, and as you can see I can continue with my Apple account, the Google, the Microsoft, Facebook, Clever, and so on, and another email account, Yahoo, etc. But generally most of us are maybe say on Google or Microsoft. You can always make best use of it. So let me continue with my Google account. It will ask me again which Google account I want to use. This is my personal account where I have my all the Wakelet resources. I also have my Wakelet on my school account. I'll be demonstrating that later, but let me for a demo choose my personal account, and here we go. So I am now logged in to my Wakelet, and you can see my all the collection. So as you can see, my all Google resources, educational resources, sessions by Amit Bajaj, and so on. And when I say click on any of one collection, let me click on it. So as you can see, here is my @Amit Bajaj for my Wakelet account name as such. So I have added 23 accounts here and having a more than say 1000 views. That is also coming over here. So I can add on images. I can add on the PDF files. So here at least I have added only the PDFs as such, but a lot and lot of possibilities are there. I have the option for this design. When I click on design, this is a simple kind of a display which I prefer as a media. I can always make it as compact, grid, or mood board. So all the viewers who are watching it right now, they can explore and try out the various views options later on. So I will not take that. And at the same time, when I come at the bottom, I have the option for choose the cover image, and I am making best use of canva.com. So I create my all the creatives, all such templates, everything on my Canva. Since I am using my official accounts and Google, if you're a Google educator or even a school teacher, the Canva offers you a free account to be created, wherein all the features are available for which are offered on a payment basis by Canva. So you just need to go to Canva for education, upload your school iCard and basic details, and within 24 hours you will get the confirmation from Canva, and all the features will be get activated. So as you can see, I have created this one Canva over here. Since time is limited, so I will not go about this, but the basic idea is it's very important, because creatives, those visual effects again plays a very important role. So create all these, I am creating all this using Canva particularly. Anyway, let me come back over here. So I have my cover image. I can always add, edit, or delete. Background image can be even changed from here. So here I prefer to keep a simple white background, but I can add some image at the back also. Even you see on the left hand side, this is a new feature being added, that readability, right? So if you are comfortable with this black screen, night mode, I think that's called as night mode, so you can always use that. But let's say I'll switch over to the simple one. Now there are certain settings properties over here. I can export this as a PDF. This is very important feature. I mean, I generally prefer whenever say I want not to share the whole this link, I can always have my export as a PDF feature over here. I can delete my all the collections in this, so that can be explored. And once I have created my Veclet collection, I can always share, as Meena ma'am has shown. So let's say initially I am not sharing that. Once I allow sharing, and I also want that to be published on my profile so that it will be visible to everyone. Otherwise, if I check this off, so it will not be available on my profile. But I really want that to be, I mean, best utilized by the other educators. I can simply copy the link. So the same link will be copied from here, or even I can create the QR code of the same. I can always take a screenshot, or I can share that QR code for the same. Even if I created my classroom in my personal account, I haven't have created any classroom. If I've used my say official account, we can always integrate our Google Classroom or our Microsoft account classroom over here. So every resources I keep on uploading or creating a new collection, that will be shared with my specific class. So that can be done. I can always have the collaboration. So I can just simply share the link with, say, the users. They just need to come and type this on a Veclet. They will be asked for joining link. So you must have seen Google Meet, we share code. For another a lot of social media, we share the code. The same way the code method will work. Or even again, I can invite using a usual method of adding the people's email ID. For that, there is the option of the person can add or even can added. So if I choose with can added, means they can always delete whatever you have uploaded. So I personally recommend only can add, and then I can add on the people email ID, so that if they come across, so maybe say I am working in some maths department and there are 10 mathematics teachers. I created one Wakelet for them, and whatever resources, maybe lesson plans or time and anything where they are finding useful, they are actually uploading over here. So that can always be done. But I will not give a right them to edit or delete any of the content in journal. So it's your personal choice. On the left hand side panel, you see there is the option for search or explore, collection, classroom I'll not cover because for official account I need that, and the spaces are can also be created. Since again the time is limited, I will not go into the space creation part. But once I click on the space, say class 12th mathematics, you will see over here now all the resources which I specifically created for grade 12. So they are available. And as Meena ma'am has shown, when I click on any one of them, and we have seen how to get the link of it, I copied the code and then I simply say go to my website, maybe say then I open my class 12 and I just wanted to say add a new link over here. So as I added, so that can be done on my Google site. So link can easily be added for these kind of vehicles. So, oh, sorry, let me open this and grade 12th space, view public profile. When I click on it, I can always share that profile with you. So Control C and the same profile can be shared with anyone. Once a person click on it, they will go through all the content. On the left hand side, there is a navigation panel which I have created. This is only possible when I create some specific space. So let's say integration, applications of derivative, integration, etc. So all related stuff is available over here. So that can also be done over space. Let me go back and show you another very okay. One thing I forgot to mention, if you are sharing any Wakelet collection with anyone, the person need not to have the Wakelet account. So sometimes it happens that if you share something, they ask for creating the new account, then only the resources are visible. Wakelet don't do it. So you just need, whenever some resource is being shared with you, they will ask you to choose some your Google account. Just click on that and the Wakelet collection will be visible to you. I haven't shown you yet how to create a collection. So let me quickly go to my, this is my home page. On the top right hand side, you have the option for create collection. Click on create collection. And here you have the option for giving the name to your collection. Some description can be added over here. Direct YouTube video links can be added or any web link can be added over here. On the right, you see the option of add text. So click on it. You can start typing bold, italics, headings, numbering, bullets, every and links even can be added. So that can be done. I can add the image, bookmarks can be done. And the most important thing which I am generally using is uploading the PDF. Click on PDF. It will ask you for the location. You just upload that. And the option over here, the last one, when I click on app integration, I can add my tweets, my Flipgrid videos offered by Microsoft, then YouTube video directly when and Google Drive as already mentioned. When I click on YouTube, search for any YouTube video from here and directly add over here. Or you can simply say found some useful video, copy that link, paste over here. It will show that video link and add over here. So that way you can simply have your one beautiful collection and that can be easily shared with the others. Another last feature which I would like to mention it about this left hand side panel, explore feature. Wonderful feature. When I click on explore, and now whatever is famous, right now buzz around the globe, you can find it out, or even you can search the Wakelet. So click on search option and let's say I am interested in knowing about maybe say science experiments. So science experiments, and then here we go. So hundreds of, as already mentioned, there are educators around the globe, those who have already created their Vaclets. So they are sharing the wonderful resources. Anything, any subject, it hardly matter. Please try it out. Click on, clicked on one of the such resource. The person has added 36 items over here. Check this out. So I'm sure some of them must be very, very interesting, and you may always use them in your classroom as such. So this is another very search wala option. And the last thing, since Meena ma'am and I, we both are a Vaclet certified educator, and even we the community leader as well as. So I am sharing one link in the chat box. Those who are interested to become a Vaclet certified educator, please do attempt this. It will take not more than 1 hour, and in 1 hour you will receive a certificate from Vaclet of becoming a Vaclet certified educator. But there are stages. Then for level 2, then becoming the ambassador. So you'll be receiving the emails from Vaclet later on. But this is just the initial stage. Lastly, I'm sharing one YouTube video link, and this is a session which Meena ma'am had earlier taken about the Vaclet. Since there is a limited time, I may not have covered each and everything. But what you can do, you can always watch this video later on about this is a specific video, the session taken up by Meena ma'am. So thank you very much, every educator who have joined us or who will be watching the recording later on. Uh, Over to you, Jayashree ma'am and Seema ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Meena ma'am and Amit sir, for such an enriching session.
Meena ma'am and Amit sir for such an enriching session. Uh,
Ma'am, are you there?
Thank you, ma'am.
Please share the feedback from Ajashi. It's already shared. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there, Jaishima.
yeah. So thank you, Amit sir and Meena ma'am, for refreshing our knowledge and sharing lot of tools through which we can curate the resources. As an educator, we all will agree we have lot of resources with us, but when it is required, that time we struggle finding it. And in today's session, you have given us various tools which we can use and arrange our resources properly so that we get it on time and properly we can keep it safe. Thank you so much. I hope all the educators, those who are joining us here, they will be using it and they will be using it for a better arrangement of their resources. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dear all, please check the feedback form which is given in the chat box. You all can fill it for this session.
Okay, can we move ahead, Jaishima?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So, such a wonderful session by GG Delhi West, right? Now we have the last session which we are going through it is, this is a session designed for you to walk out with ideas for your project-based learning units and continue engaging and challenging your students. This is a session filled with ideas and example. PBL. It is a methodology that goes back to the times of Aristotle, and a lot of research actions, that is, I can say, research has been made on it. Let's refresh our ideas and take advantage of this space to get inspired. So we have here with us Harpreet ma'am, who's a GG leader of Ludhiana. Welcome, Harpreet ma'am. And now
Welcome,
it's all
ma'am.
yours.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Jayashree ma'am, Seema ma'am. Namaste, everyone. Whoever is present here, whoever would see us later. Thank you so much for joining us on a Sunday. I'm sure it is a busy day for everyone. And we are preparing for the next week to go on for teachers. Kal kya hoga? So thank you so much for joining in. Let's start. We've got very limited time. So today we are going to talk about project-based learning, a little introduction about myself, as we would go for, I am Harpreet Chaudhary, leader of GEG Ludhiana, as ma'am has mentioned. I am a primary school educator with Lycée Français International de Delhi, which is the French International School of Delhi. I teach all primary grades, all subjects. I've been into the school for 16 years, about in education for now 21 years. And I am a Google certified educator, Google certified trainer, and soon to be the Google certified innovator. Happy to be with you all. So thank you, Gigi Nasik, for giving me the opportunity to present it here and share a little of what I have learned over the years with what project-based learning is. So when we're talking about project-based learning, learning from theory, textbooks alone is no longer enough for students in the 21st century. To effectively handle the challenges in our modern society, children need to develop these 21st century skills, which are creative and critical thinking, problem solving skills, teamwork, and learning passionately. For this season, we use PBL, which stands in the official terminology that I could find on internet was a teaching method in which students gain knowledge and skills by working for an extended period of time, which could be a short duration, about a week. It could be 2 weeks, it could be the whole semester, or even a whole year project, and to investigate and respond to an engaging and complex question. So you are addressing a question, a problem, or a challenge. Let's understand what exactly PBL talks about. So when students are taught through PBL, they get to put theory to practice and are taught to find multiple solutions to problems and issues that are important to them. So one must look for things which are close to their everyday life, everyday usage, because something which is not their concern would not interest you, and it will be a big fail for your session. So think of what I understood as PBL could be a passion based learning for me. It could be a problem based learning. It could be a project based learning, and it could be a practice based learning. Together, we call it as PBL, depending on what issues you are looking up at. So here in this, teachers make learning come alive for students. So we are working on a classroom which is really engaging. It's a student-centered pedagogy, like I said, which involves a dynamic classroom when you are not doing the regular pen and paper work, and in which students acquire deeper knowledge through active exploration of real-world challenges and problems. Now, students work on a project over an extended period of time, like I said, from a week to a semester. It engages them into solving a real world problem or answering a complex question. They demonstrate their knowledge and skills by creating a public product or a presentation for real audience. So, as a result, students develop deep content knowledge as well as critical thinking. They work collaborating with each other, creativity comes into picture, and they build on their communication skills. So product based learning unleashes a contagious, it's really contagious when you start with it, and if you've used it, you know what we are talking here, and if not, you will not regret ever trying it out in your classrooms. So it unleashes some kind of contagiousy and creative energy amongst the students and teachers. PBL, so for me, when we start, what is PBL? It is a circular approach, I would say. You can start from any phase. So I have figured out 6 phases that we could have PBL around. So once it starts, you can go back and revisit any phase and restart from there. So there is not beginning to end. It's a whole cycle which does not need to be completed till the end, and you can't stop. So you can revisit that. So for me, PBL starts off with a driving question, a challenge that you figure out which ignites the students' curiosity. Then the teacher leads the students to figure out resources that they can research for more information. It is a student driven learning process wherein you are acting as a guide when you are a teacher. Students develop these 21st century skills and will focus on constant reflection and assessment of their own learning. Projects with students, presentation to a public audience is what you concluded with what they've learned. And finally, when the children, for example, here I'll give you example. For example, whenever possible, you can take your students for outdoor learning and to learn from a variety of people, resources both inside and outside the classroom. Once we were doing this project on multilingualism. we are in an international school, so we teach them different nationalities that come across to respect each other and to work on the host country. So we were working on this plurilingualism, as they call it in French. So it was multicultural environment is what we were giving them. So it was a pity to see many students, even the staff, the teachers, they did not know the name of the staff working there, the local staff, the peons, the bhaiyas, the driver, the gardener in the school, the guards. So for them, everybody was just any other employee. Who is cleaning your classroom did not matter to them. So it was kind of my class project wherein we created this big map. We went on to the kids, created some questions. We went to these people, the small teams were assigned, and they went to one bhaiya, one guard, one didi in the school, and they went to the chef, the admin staff for that matter, the one who takes their fee, to know where they are from, what is their name, and what language they speak, maybe a dialogue or some phrase in their language. It was really fascinating for them to see something like this happen. And when the whole project came into picture, it was well applauded for, and the kids felt proud. Since then, we make sure, all the teachers that impacted in such a way that all teachers in the school make sure at least the bhaiya who's working on their floor cleaning their classroom, they know their name. So that was one little success they got. They could connect to this. Then children also, I feel, get experience by learning, which is learning by doing. They become inspired, they become curious, and most importantly, they don't forget what they learn. This new concept of kidzania these days I've been talking about, we've not visited yet. In Delhi, it is very close to Noida. So this is one place wherein the kids enjoy it. There are different rooms. So there's a kitchen, there is a bank, there is an airport. So the kids go in. So it's a 2 to 3 hours experience. They go in, and it's a safe zone for them. They walk in with, they change into the costume of the room that they are in. They try to be the pilot. There are simulators for them. There's a cockpit that's made for them. They go to the kitchen, they cook, they bake, and they eat that food. Then they go on to a bank, and there is kidzania money that they exchange for. If it's left, they can change it into an ATM card. They can visit again. So those kind of real experiences they can connect to really work well. So those people who understand the need of the hour are making business. So that's another example of a project based learning wherein it's real life experience that they are following. So through PBL, children work in teams. They develop collaborative and social management skills, which will later on be very useful for them throughout their life. So these are some skills we're talking about, which is not just classroom restricted. You introduce them and you see they build on it as they go, and eventually they have to face the world on their own. Without these skills, it's really difficult. So PBL takes them alongside regular routine learning, which is the academic learning. Learning from PBL involves connecting different subjects together. So it could be cross-curricular. They can take as little as a week or as long as the students are interested. When the educators feel, abhi ho gaya, they don't need anymore, or they're off track, they're not interested, that project can stop then and there, and new one can start. So like I said, you can always revisit things, come back to what's working, what's not. Maybe it is in the mid of the project. You've assigned it for 6 weeks or 8 weeks, and by third week you think it's not working. I'm not able to get the resources. I'm not able to gauge that interest. Leave it. Start with something else. So which is really useful. So to begin with, the base has to be very strong. So here I feel when the students take charge of their learning, they learn the skills to take charge of their lives, which I said eventually would be their life skill. Facilitating PBL is easier when teachers pick up something which is to explore based on the children's interest and implement their ideas in the project. So like I mentioned, one has to be just the facilitator, not like a teacher in the traditional world where we were educated. The teacher has to say page number this, question number this, do this, and you're sorted. No, children are hungry for more information now. So give them that. And believe you me, once you give them the ownership, it's just pre-planning, a bit of the planning that you need. You will not regret. Your life will be much easier as an educator, and you've given them whatever tools they need. You're directing them to what they need to go in the direction of, and then you just watch and see the magic. It's amazing, and the success that they come up with is incredible. So when I'm talking about PBL and hybrid learning, we've all come across from online classes to regular blended learning to hybrid learning. Now the kids to engage them throughout in a 40 or a 50-minute lesson is really disturbing for the kids. They get distracted. It's difficult for educators to engage them throughout that period, so they need different stations. So different kinds of techniques, methodologies that they're working on. So when I'm talking about this, my example I would take is classroom. My Google Classroom is still a very active tool in my class. Anything that I need extra support, which I cannot do it in my regular class due to time constraints, due to the child being absent, I wouldn't want to share every time a worksheet that I'm doing or writing that they're doing to send it. It's double the work. I'm doing it with my children, then I'm maintaining a Google Classroom to just send what we've done in class, because this child refuses to come to school. Illness which could be genuine, otherwise we have a party today, there is a marriage in the family, you've gone out because teacher to kaam bhej degi. No, I refuse to support. That's their responsibility to come back. Depending on the situation, the leave has been taken for, and then coming back to it, they have to manage. So what I'm giving them is, if they've really gone for something genuine or they could not miss, at the end of the day, there are many parents who decide for the kids, chota bachas, we are going on holiday, nobody, we take the child, padhai hoti rahegi. So that also is one of the focuses of some families. So to keep that and to give myself less stress, I think hybrid learning is wonderful when PBL is engaged in it. So you are still giving them work, you are still giving them resources, they don't miss on it, they don't lose complete track of what's happening, and then a little ownership comes to the family and the parents to the kids to catch up. So here when I say hybrid learning, if you individually see hybrid learning, it's just learning into an education system that creates dynamic classrooms and customized instruction. So we are all talking about हमारे आधे बच्चे इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिखा रहे हैं, हमारे कुछ बच्चे काम पे फोकस नहीं कर रहे हैं. सो आई कैनॉट गिव one for all kind of topics. I have the main base, but I have to differentiate my education in my classroom. To differentiate that, I am right here for one child who is only able to write 2 sentences, who doesn't speak English. He's only writing 2 sentences on a given topic. A second group, a mid learning group, I would say, or a middle ability group, they might be able to write 5 sentences. And a higher ability group, I would say, who can write, which the group that can write about 10 or 15 sentences, it would be about 150 words on a given topic. Same would be my comprehension passages. For example, I would give them, some people would just fill in the blank and match the following, second group with little intense questions, and the higher ability group which has the reasoning questions. So I'm doing the same thing, keeping my base, but I'm just differentiating. So that is what we are calling it customized instruction. It is designed to improve academic performance by increasing student engagement and motivating students to succeed. Hybrid learning is a teaching and learning system that rotates students among different learning stations with digital and face-to-face instruction to differentiate a student's education. So, for example, another idea I would give you is, I have very limited tech resources like devices in my school. So, we have about 10 laptops that we can borrow. Every time we don't get them. So, sometimes you get 5. Abhi classes are a number of 20 to 25 students. How can I still get them technology? Which means I will never get those 25 devices. So 25 students will never get that. When you pair them up again, there are few words still left even after pairing. So I cannot pair them beyond 2. It doesn't really work. Or if I'm pairing a 2, then also one person is more engaged because it's his or her login. The other person is kind of just a passive learner. In that case, I try to change my way and methodology of classroom. I have a roster. I give them a table which has 5 activities for 5 days of the week. I see them every day. I have 5 things. I say, okay, or maybe 10 things. Depending on the duration of my activity. If it's, for example, multiplication table, I will say, okay, go to station 1, the math station, pick up a sheet, do it. Once you're done, show me. I will sign it on the sheet that I gave you on a Monday. Then once you're done, go to the next one. It could be just a little reading text that they have to complete or fill in the blanks, or a grammar activity. After 20 minutes, maybe they move to the next station, or they continue with the same activity next day, which is day 2. As soon as they're done, they will keep rotating. So one station is the digital station where they have some activity to do, the making a poster or something. Some children are working on geography, some children. So at the end of it, I am doing little of their independent work. At the same time, I can be with kids who are working independently, but they need my help. Some kids I can mix them with kids who need help. I am not there for them, but there is some other child who can help them, or a group that they can take over. I have grade ones who are learning to read. In our system, we start reading in the French system at about 6. So they are learning to read in French as well as English. So I have got this worksheet I passed on the other day, which was reading instructions and doing the activity. I could have done it as a whole class activity, wherein I would have read the instructions, everybody would have done it the same time. But I prefer to have these 2 kids take the lead. That gives them also confidence, is their interaction, and other 5 sitting around them as a group. And these 2 girls are taking the lead, they're reading, and the others are doing it. They learn patience, they learn to listen and work around with somebody else's guidance, yet not feel that I do not know something. The other group was working with me on something else, or maybe they needed something beyond. They were beyond, they already knew how to read, they had finished the sheet. So I gave them something else which I could work on. So you are again differentiating and working on independent stations. So basically it is direct instruction station to collaborative station to independent station. So these are different kind of stations. One can benefit from hybrid learning. Now, how do you realize and understand to get high quality student work in PBL? So I have devised about 5 questions I could figure out. I thought this is some situation I was talking to teachers wherein they thought the project was going well, but by the end, the teacher felt that the work her students produced was not good as she had imagined it would be. She was a little embarrassed and almost wanted to dial back the audience's expectation on the day of the presentation. So, very demotivating for a teacher. This is a common concern for many teachers who start a new project based learning. Things can appear to be going smoothly, but students also seem to be engaged by the project. They are busy, they are meeting deadlines. However, at the end of the project, the evidence of their thinking and learning is not as robust as it should be, and the final product is also not very polished. So if this is your question, your experience, that's what happened to me when I started with this. So I figured out these 5 questions that we can take up one by one. My first question I thought was, did I use the rubrics, exemplars, industry professionals to help students understand the quality of the work that was expected of them? Simply telling the students that you want them to do high quality work is not enough, nor is giving them a checklist that tracks their completion. They have to learn what is important is not quality. Most quality or quantity, they have to see. Most PBL teachers know that they need rubrics in order to assess the complex products and performance tasks typically seen in projects. But rubrics sometimes should not be only used throughout the project as a tool for guiding students as they work. You need to introduce the rubrics near the beginning of the project and take time to help students understand the expectations, the objectives that the rubric conveys, and practice using it to analyze their work. So that eventually will happen. To have students practice using a rubric, you need to find exemplars of kind of work that is required. If you're looking at a poster for that matter, show them examples. Internet is full of examples. Show them this is what I would like my poster to be, not by simply saying I need a poster, it has to be capital, it has to be nicely colored, it has to be legible enough, letters should be big enough for people to understand, writing should be in script. They don't understand. There should be one illustration. If you give them an example, they know what the teacher is looking for. What should my final project be? You could find real world examples made by professional adults, or use student centered examples from past years. You always have books from past year, from previous students, from some of the work you kind of repeat every year, just adding few touch ups to it. So keep those as samples for you, for your lessons, for children to see. For example, if students need to write a specific report after an investigation, show them one on a different topic to prevent direct copying. You can give them example that this is a report, maybe on some other topic. If they need to build a museum style display, for example, Take them to a museum, or these days we have a lot of virtual museums, so visit them online. If the product is a presentation, a design, website, or an artifact, a work of art, show them videos, photos, or physical examples of those presentation results that you would want. Have students use the rubric to assess the quality of the exemplars. So they have the rubric: did it qualify this, did it qualify this, did it have this? So have them check that this is what I'm showing, क्या वो उससे मैच कर रहा है, and then debate their evaluations until the class arrives to a consensus. This doesn't need to take 10 classes. One lesson, few minutes is enough for them to say and calibrate on the criteria that you are giving them. Coming to my second question, did my project include effective formative assessment? Now your project calendar should include frequent and varied opportunities for students to demonstrate their learning. Check their understanding of key concepts and get feedback of their work. Again, very important. You can't just expect them to finish the project, come back and say, "Acha nahi hai. This is not what I wanted." You don't want that situation in your class. Coming to my third question, it says, did the students have enough time to revise and polish their work? Especially the first time you conduct a project, it can be difficult to estimate time. It will take students to create high quality products. It takes time. After students receive feedback, they need time to reflect on it, revise their work, and come back. So be sure to build time for feedback, reflection, and revision into your planning from the beginning. You cannot expect them to say, "Agli baar ke liye ye ho gaya, get on to it, and I need it by tomorrow or 2 days." Give them time to understand what the feedback has been given and how much they have to work in depth. Question 4 says, did the project feel authentic enough to motivate the students? Did they really care? How will you know that? So a project should increase students' motivation to learn and produce quality work for several reasons. One, students care about the issue, problem, or a topic because they see its relevance to their own lives. So the answer to the project's driving question really matters to them. So when you're picking up the problem, make sure it is with the students or around the students. Point 2, I would say students care about the fact that they are producing work for a public audience. It is not just any other instance of turning something into your teacher or a class casual presentation in front of the class. Students will come to know the quality of product matters if they want to make an impact in the real world. So somebody will be looking, another class, a parent group that will come to me, or if it is uploaded on the school website or a YouTube channel, people will visit. And when you tell them, "Oh, these many views is what you have, these many people have seen it," you will see the sense of pride that they get. Third, the students feel a sense of authenticity when they collaborate with an adult professional, an expert, a parent, a community member during the project. So example, you have a doctor in the class and you want to talk about health and eyesight these days due to the exposure they have to the screen. Have them invite the parent to the class, have them talk about what is good, rather than inviting any other doctor who's coming for a class assembly or a school assembly and addressing 5 classes. Of course, that saves a lot of bandwidth for the school, but just to have that personal touch, that could again be one of the project. If it is a class project, like whole grade project, grade 4, 5 sections, 10 sections together, you can do that. But when they see an expert coming on it, when they see a parent member coming on it, it really brings the authenticity of what they're working on. My last question I thought about was, does my classroom and my school cultivate a culture of quality? Now, we're not talking about quantity here. We need to see what my end result is. So in addition to all the above we've just spoken, there's a less tangible but very important aspect to getting students to do high quality work is culture. Talk as a school staff about how to promote commonly held classroom norms that encourage students to take risks, be persistent, value feedback, and expect much of themselves and their peers. So I think if you take care of these things, it is really useful for you, and you can take your project based learning after considering these 5 questions and taking in attention your potential student client. Who are you dealing with and who are you working around with? So this needs a little of thought, a little planning, and you are good to go. So I'll give you 2 examples here. We've got, I think, about 20 minutes to go for. So I'm going to quickly take you through 2 examples. One is kindergarten or early primary years, and one would be upper elementary. So here, kindergarten now, Some students, they, if you see the kindergartens, they can do rigorous projects. There is something magical about watching our youngest students engage in deep critical thinking and discussion, reflecting on their work strengths and areas of improvement, critiquing, revising, and producing high quality products. As you plan and facilitate your next project for younger students, there are certain guidelines one has to keep in mind. The project really will come out to be as a rigorous project. Hold high expectations of every student. We've known for some time that teachers with high expectations for students tend to get more high quality work, and teachers with low quality expectations tend to get low quality work, independent of students' actual abilities and their motivation. So I see teachers of young students hesitate to implement critique protocols where students could get cool feedback from the teachers. What is the problem? Give them feedback to their level, and believe you me, you will get amazing results from our little brainers. They are awesome. They are wonderful in creating projects that you would also not believe a kindergartner has done. Second guideline would be focus on quality of thinking, not the quantity. When you walk across the classroom, the amount of paper I see in my kindergarten classrooms is truly astounding to me. Students are churning out worksheets, cut and paste papers, block patterns at a rapid pace. They cut and waste. Instead of worrying about practice and amount of it the students get, focus on the quality of thinking your students are doing. Students can cut and paste a sort of 24 living and non-living things, or they can engage in a classroom discussion about fire, clouds, wind. Are they living or non-living? They move, yes. The wind, it certainly moves. Is it living? Because when we say living things, there is a criteria that says living things can move, but clouds also move. But do they qualify as living? Does that make them alive? Because living things are supposed to be alive. So if clouds are moving, are they alive? Living things grow. Do clouds or wind? They grow. They are moving, both of them. Fire could be seen as growing, as could clouds. So in that case, a think, pair, share activity, a discussion, or a student's thought recorded on an iPad can tell you much more about their understanding of living and non-living things, rather than just giving them an obvious object sort. Organize them into living and non-living. It requires your students to use high level of critical thinking when you're just discussing it, and your objective is done. End of the day, क्या चाहिए? बच्चों को समझ आना चाहिए, not to show something on paper that the parents can see हमने ये activity करी थी, living and non-living, which I do not condemn any other activity done in the classroom, but yes, to guide them, this could be one of the activities that the people can see. Then another guideline could be scaffolding students' journey through an ambiguous process. Be confused, let them be confused. I once witnessed a classroom. This is a wonderful example I give a lot of times, wherein a kindergarten project focused on identifying trees around the school at the request of the principal, who had visited the class and told the student that he needed a map identifying every tree around the school building. The teacher immediately turned to design of the map over to the students. They hadn't studied maps at all, but the students had seen all the maps all around them. For example, we have all maps in a classroom. Normally, I have maps, world map, India map, state maps. I'm sure you people also in your classrooms have maps, or they've seen in the history, geography, science, social science, integrated science classrooms. So
Yes,
you've
ma'am.
got, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt you. There is a quick question. What are the some other practices which can be used, like such practices with the kindergarten? So you can just name few if you can. There is a question in
I
the
will,
chat
ma'am.
box.
I'll come to it. So this was one quick example.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just do it after this.
Continue.
So one of the examples with this map was that she
Yes.
wanted to figure out the map. So they all know about Google Maps. Every day, wherever you go, in a cab, at home, you're going with your families, you've got this Google Map. So the teachers scaffolded a discussion in which students brainstormed different ways of creating a map. Eventually, a student chose one boy's idea. So even the students could be good decision makers. It was not the teacher. Now his idea was to collect a leaf sample from each tree and glue it to a map to mark the tree's location. These students might have grown used to having teacher tell them that they have to complete an assignment by this methodology. Instead of this teacher's facilitation skills, they just took the first step towards being comfortable and thinking about an ambiguous process. So let it be just ambiguity into your sessions. And the last one, instruction with a real feedback on success skills. When I ask teachers that feedback they would give to the students, they're very quick to give positive feedback. It's true. These students are very strong with presentations, but it's obvious that they've practiced. If you've asked them for a show and tell, they would have practiced it, prepared the presentation, but that doesn't mean it is perfect. After some encouragement, I can generally get participants to give examples of feedbacks on things where students can improve. Even the kindergartners, even though they don't want to do that, they, for me, my argument would be that's the way to honor their work. It makes it more rigorous process to give them real feedback, warm feedback, sure, but a cool feedback. Every young student can and should be expected to improve their work. You cannot build that culture of saying बहुत अच्छा तुम perfect थे. नहीं, they need to listen that there is always a scope for improvement. After every lesson, I'm sure many would agree with me, I always have a scope to say अगर ऐसा होता तो शायद ये अच्छा हो जाता, and maybe if I get to repeat that lesson, there will be another time I will say ये भी ऐड हो जाता तो शायद ऐसे होता तो अच्छा और हो जाता. So again, depends on an individual, but I think it's very important for students to take that no and understand I'm not perfect starting from very beginning. So there's nothing more empowering to our younger students than a message that we believe they can do rigorous project-based learning, keeping these 4 guidelines in mind. So here there was a little video, Jayashree ma'am, if this runs, I'm sure this will give ideas to some of the teachers. So here, I'm going to just play this on.
Yes, ma'am.
Just give me a moment. I feel I'm stuck.
I think sound is not coming.
What? For some reason, it's just stopped. And what I'll do is I'll share this with you, and then we can maybe share it
Yes,
towards the end with the link of this video. I'll do that.
yes, that will be done. Yes, ma'am.
We'll do that. It's got a lot of ideas. I picked up this quick 2-minute, 3-minute video, which could give them, but unfortunately, technology always ditches
You
when
can
you
open
need
it
it the
in
most.
new tab. Work.
I'm
Open in
trying
Yeah,
it.
the
it
link
will
can
work,
be
ma'am.
opened. Yeah.
I've tried whatever it could. I'm not even getting that link. It's not an image, certainly it's a link.
Okay, never
It's okay,
mind.
Arpit, ma'am. We can do it.
Yeah,
We will share it in the chat.
I think it's getting loaded.
Yeah, it's not happening. So we'll just move on. And
Okay.
so these are some of the projects one could take up in kindergarten as well. So for example, my screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so toys, again, that's very interesting topic one could do. So basically you could have them design a toy. Even the kindergartners, they work wonders when you give them just recycled material. What we did with my kindergartners last year was we made a project wherein they got a lot of recycled material from their houses. We gave them a lot of material that they could get from their houses, and in that process what happened is they created small toys with balloons. For example, a garbage bag, they collected that, and it was recycled toy workshop wherein they had this garbage bag collected together with elastics, rubber bands, and they had a little weight at the bottom. So it was just a toy wherein they would just throw it from the top, and with gravity it would fall down like a parachute. Then some people took thermocol pieces, made these small blocks, and came back with these small pages wherein they could just work around I'm sorry, my internet is acting up. So they could just work around these little toys of floating, sinking, those kind of presentation that they could make. Towards the end, we had one water bottle. They had these little wheels from their toy cars attached to it. I gave them a battery from a toy, an old car, which worked with a button, and it had just two batteries, normal A3 size batteries, and they just had these wires connected. It needed a little help because that child had a vision with his group that I want this car to move. So a normal water bottle, painted, a 1 liter bottle with four wheels, and the battery was connected to the wire, and when you release the button, it goes forward and backward. They added some funky wings to it. A flying car is what they wanted, but it worked. So those kind of small things. One was a floaty in the swimming pool that kids sit on and they learn to swim. The child made that floaty, and again they were small little car wheels placed under with a battery, and again the same battery was used to make that car mobile. So that could be one idea which the little kids really enjoy. Then birds. Birds around the school was another topic we took up. So one could go just around looking in your EVS topic or the science topic. You would go around identifying those birds. Teacher can use the digital media and show them images of those birds. Have a visit outside in your play yard. Have them identify different features, the feathers. You could integrate it with your science lesson very well. We're talking about body parts of the birds. And then in that case, they can make a little board in the class. So it doesn't have to be individual work, it is just collaborative work that they get ideas. And we also built up the same project in grade 1, wherein we asked them, what do you need the birds to grow, how can you help them? So we made these little bird houses in our art. So we cross curricular the art, the English, the science together with a little visit around. Plants again could be one topic, wherein we in English we wrote things about plants. Then we build our own little seeds. So we always have this germination process we teach them. So it could be seed planting. That is also a project. And when you think of your teaching, dear educators, I'm sure many of you are already doing it, except we don't know and we don't name it as project based learning. But most of it you will say, ये तो नया नहीं है, तो हम हमेशा करते हैं. Exactly, those little experiments you do in science with solutions and mixtures, क्या mix होता है, क्या solvent है, क्या solute, you are doing it on daily basis. Air, you're giving them examples of air, different little experiments you're doing. That is all project based learning. It just, what the objective is to just come out of this pen and paper thing, and you have this. So this is a sample of a board that you can create, which says it is a driving question, the first question that you have to work around with kids or around the kids. So here we had one question based on this toy topic that I was talking about. So it says, how can we design fun moving toys that other kids can build? So you give them little stickies. They write their ideas. So does it turn? Do the tubes have air? How far can it go? If it was bigger, what would it go faster? Why does it turn when it hits something? Those kind of questions they would have. Then give them these worksheets where the small ones can always draw and depict. The older ones, grade 1, 2, 3, they can always write in detail what they predict and what would actually happen, what they've learned. So these KWL charts really work here, wherein you've got what they know, what they want to know, and what they've learned. So those kind of resources can be given to them. Now coming to upper elementary grade 5, we worked around endangered animals. So again, first thing to do was to determine the objective. So here you have to reinvest understanding about endangered animals. We also did this project which was very interesting. I have to tell you about rivers of India. So I divided my class into different zones of India. So north, west, east. So we picked up Brahmaputra, Narmada, and other kind of rivers that we had the around the basins in our integrated sciences. And after that, I give them some topics, booklets of each river. They had to, after studying those rivers, build up an ecosystem. So they had a choice of using a shoebox, or we could always order some plastic trays. So after reading that information, so I've given them information. They don't have to research. Research does not always have to be internet related. It doesn't have to be always digital. You can give them a notebook, a printed sheet. So I gave them a small booklet with whatever they needed. They had to figure out what was the ecosystem that was around those rivers and build it and create it. So that was one interesting project the kids really enjoyed and came up with an exhibition towards the end, and it was entire grade 4 project. Once you've done that, you've given them research, you've promoted, you have to determine in the beginning itself to tell the kids what the final project would it be a model, would it be a poster, would it be a web page that you would want, a commercial, an ad in the magazine, what are you looking at? Then you finalize the teams. A group of 3 is fair enough team. To begin with, I think you can always have the teacher lead it and say, okay, this is my team. To make it safe, I always have this website which is called the wheelofnames.com. You go to that website, you enter your student names, you run the wheel itself gives the name, you keep crossing out the names and the teams are decided. तो टीचर भी खराब नहीं हुई, मैंने तो कुछ नहीं किया, computer chose it, and the friends don't get to see the others. Sometimes there's a relaxation when you think, okay, they can work and choose their own teams, you can. But I think it can be a mix, or depending on how your students are. So these are some of the phases we can look at when it says pre-production. It's your first. So I've devised a classroom wherein I have got these 4 sessions. So class 1 is my first session of pre-production, where we'll brainstorm, decide the topic, determine which role who will do, and what is the research product I'm giving them. Is it a notebook? Is it books that they have? They have a chapter that they're studying, or is it internet, or it is homework? Then it is individual written text, which my second work is production, my second class. I will exchange and review each other's text, so they also get to see what others are writing, what are they doing. So this is individual. Third is time to meet and assemble with the media, what they've created so far. That's my third session. A rough version is done. My first prototype is ready. And the last final one is my post-production, wherein it is time to share with the class, or you want to do an exhibition, you want to show it to the other classes or to the world. That's where it is. So my 4 classes further have been divided into class 1, which is group work. I've named it as C1. It is exploring brainstorming ideas. Class 2 was research. I could give them comprehension passages, even questions based on this KWL chart I was talking about. Know what you learn, know what you want to learn, know what you have learned. So that kind of things. And then summarize. This is totally individual based on the evidence they get of their understanding. And it also helps me understand कि उनको क्या समझ आ रहा है. Then a homework could be research that has to be individually finished, or if there's a rough draft for your next class, that has to be handy. Third class mein, what I did here, which was my production time. So here I had the peer consultation. We shared ideas with the peers. So it was paired consultation. We did critiquing together, giving feedback and reinvesting. And then finally was the homework that is given to them to finish throughout. Last class was my presentation. Again, depending on how long you want the project, you can change it to semester, the whole year. This is kind of evaluation you would want to do. My C1 now, if you see, was group work. So here, these are some of the skills I will have to assess. Now, if it is a science project on endangered animals, I will still be doing some of my English evaluation also with them, whether they are using useful expressions and vocabulary, whether they are using participating in English, maintaining their regular structures of sentences. But this is the left side in red. You do not need to give to the students. What they need to know is this part. Always speaking in English, being on the topic, not deviating, using phrases and vocabulary for teamwork, and they're encouraging their friends, not just them talking. Second was evaluation. So here it was my C2, which was their individual understanding here. So here again, these are some of my hidden evaluations I would do. My task I have to assess them on, but this is what I will give them to find at least 3 resources. We commonly say in Google, when you have to validate something, make sure you have checked 3 resources before that, or 3 different websites to get the authenticity of the information. So that also follows in the classroom. It's just to be safe. So they get confirmation. Take notes about the animal they are looking at. So the endangered animal they were working on. Use expression and word for research, and use their own ideas. So they're not just copy pasting anything from the given research information that they have. And the third one is evaluation. Again, the red side is not given to them. So it's a small text they have to write about animal, including 3 facts. Present tense is continuous, is correctly used, capital letters. So this is my English evaluation I'm doing along with it. So it saves my time on the regular English class कि वहाँ पे मैंने ये भी देख लिया, तो ये एक topic मेरा कम हो गया. That is the benefit of cross curricular teaching. Spell important words correctly, what I've given them vocabulary. So instead of doing a dictation, I'm having them use it here. Once they learn it, can they use it independently, and is their format appealing and interesting? So when I'm giving them the evaluation sheet, so all what was on my right side is now in the form of one single sheet. So you give this to them in the beginning when the group project is starting. So everybody has their individual sheet. This is like a rubric for them. They keep checking interaction. If they get all these things correct, they get 10. If their research is all perfect, they get 10, and it is handed in time. And then if they've got their individual presentation of writing, they get 20. So I think that's what it is as to project based learning. Again, which means that giving them predefined roles and responsibilities, you cannot let them be in the ocean on their own. You have to guide them. Handouts with charts if you've given them any resources to research, and helping them form groups based on the ability. So sometimes I mix my high ability with the lower ability so they can pull them upper. Sometimes I think it's not working, they need special work, so I club the higher ability together. Beach wale who need my help a little, I put them together, and the ones who are pure beginners can be totally with me. So that also, depending on the kind of work you're doing, can change. Be very clear and simple. Clear your parameters from the beginning, what they need, and what is the format, what is the grammar they should use, and when do you want them. So the deadlines and the submission is very clear, and then your evaluation criteria should be very clear. If you've got all that in place, everything is good. So this is how my final poster would be to begin with. This is my board. I've got the animal, I've got them to label it. So you can use those mind mapping and brainstorming ideas, give them a table to identify what they're writing, what they're looking at. Then this is the KWL chart, what I know, what I want to know, and what I learned. This is again available very easily on internet. Type in KWL chart, you can give them, and they have that information with them. Let them research. Then a mind mapping idea, again, what is the purpose? It can be used for any subject. You can print it each time, but you will see when you go, it is so addictive. You will find different templates, and you would want to use every time different things. So your role as a guide is again to guide them, not to leave them alone, but again, it releases a lot of your effort. Once you're done, you're just there, not like a teacher in front of them, but going through and exploring and enjoying their kind of working, how they are working well. So some of the effective tools I figured out for my PBL, I use is Google tools. Of course, I'm a big supporter of Google. So Google Slides, Google Forms, Docs, Sites, Jamboard. So you have got those sticky notes, you've got lovely videos you can integrate into your Google Slides. You can have Google Forms, like a quick check of their evaluation. You can use that to present your project-based learning. You can have Padlet, which can be shared on the classroom with them, and they can go home. You can just throw in a question and they can bring a lot of ideas in that. Book Creator, again, is very good. It's a project. You give them a topic and they create resources. Again, another example, we had to do human reproduction in grade 5. It was very difficult to bring up that topic at such an early age, but our curriculum has to have that. So how we did it was, I had 8 students with me at that point, and 8 students were in the French with the French teacher. So what I did was, I divided the group into 2. They had been given 5 things that I had to complete towards the end. So it was kind of flip learning methodology. I told them, okay, this is what you have. You research, you create, you have option of slides or book creator, and you create the material for us. Once that material was created, you can't believe they came up in front of the class after it was a 3-week topic. After 3 weeks, they knew more than what I could explain as a teacher to them. They were comfortable in using those things and explaining them to the class, and everybody knew it. And we did a little evaluation and assessment towards the end. I did not have to teach them anything. So my job was easy. So try it out. You will see you are taking a back seat and children are doing it. Of course, you need to keep your guidings strong, that this is what I need. My frame is just within this 4 criteria and 4 things, and you are sorted. Canva, again, is another free tool for educators. Please glow if you've not got your free educator account yet. You just need an ID card from your school or your education qualification. If you're Google certified, if you're just a teacher, primary teacher entity, you just have to send that. Within, I think, maximum 48 hours, they activate your Canva educator account. All resources are free. You've got amazing templates there. go for it. Storybird again is another platform where you can create stories with a lot of images given there. There are dialogue boxes you're creating. You can create the background. You can get a boy, a girl. You can even make the expressions on their faces and create their own story. So that could be a project for the literature class. Then the quiz platforms like Quizzes, Kahoot, all those kind of platforms also engage in project based learning. So I think I am above my time, 7 minutes, but that is what I have. Any questions, remarks, comments?
Yeah,
Please
I
go.
No, that
think,
was only
Harpreet ma'am, yeah, only one query we have. Is it helpful to write anecdotes about children?
Yes, why not? Why not? We are always having them critique about their work. How will they know? Why are they in school? I think it's always nice to discuss. Again, depending on the level of the child, you only use the language they understand, use the extent to which you think is appropriate, but always not giving them a rosy picture, and an honest feedback is very good. So an anecdote I don't think is a problem.
Okay. So, Harpreet, I can say that was a superb session on project based learning. Teachers frequently employ project based learning in their classes without even realizing it. We can use the suggestions the way you have offered to better organize it and make our classes more interesting and engaging for our students. That was a wonderful presentation. And really, the tools, what all you have explained, like where you can go, Canva, Storybird, and all. Really, that I agree to you, Harpreet ma'am, that these are the wonderful, effective tools what we have. Over to you, Jayashree.
yeah, I also completely agree, ma'am. Throughout the session, we all were engaged through different tools and different ideas, activities which ma'am was sharing. She was completely into PBL only. So it was really a
Yeah,
wonderful session, Harpreet ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I would say again.
all
Thank you, ma'am.
GG
Thank you.
mentors, all the Google group, I think, wonderful sessions. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
So it was really nice, Seema ma'am, right? From last 3 hours, everybody is with us and
Yeah.
they are ready to learn so many things, like different tools, different activities, and so many things. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Kindly fill in the feedback form, which is given in the chat box. You all can follow us, GG Nashik, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We look forward to host more such events like this. See you all soon. Thank you once again. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Good
Have a great
evening.
evening.
Good evening, evening. Namaste.